Good morning, everybody. Oh, Ducky, you're up already? Good morning, buddy. Oh, you're doing it like it's Monday morning. You're probably out doing the job. All right. That goofy guy over on Instagram blocked me right away this morning. It was funny. I sent Uncle Don over there.
Welcome, welcome.
That guy wasn't even going to play with you at all.
Didn't even say anything, Chop. I just
No.
said I come to look at his plants. He's a grower, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I never got to see him.
As soon as I seen you live, I hit the thing. My name said School of Crop Joint, and he said, "You're gone."
He opted out.
Yeah, he didn't even give me a chance to say anything.
Well, I take it you and him have had interactions before then?
Oh, yeah. That's the idiot that always watches. That's the guy that's going to tell you how great the weed is from the smoke shop. You know, oh, super dry weed, but it's really super terpy. And I said, oh, probably a spray pack. And he got all offended. Told me how stupid I was. I don't know nothing.
What's his plants like? Does he
Junk.
grow?
No.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, he's a plant killer. But that's okay. Hey, PD. Sorry, that's the cheers, everybody.
You've got to let people ride it out, haven't you? They've got their own process that they've got to undergo before they pick anything up.
Oh yeah, and some of them just never get it. You know, some do come around. You know, like they come around, they're like, oh yeah, okay, you know, like you were right. You know, I was doing dumb shit, but not very many people do that. Yeah,
Well,
super dry.
Have you ever done this? So, you know, on your process, so you know how you sort of get those breakthrough moments where you're like, yes, that's clicked now, and then when it's clicked, you've said to yourself, well, hang on, I knew that, I've known that for ages. I've heard it so many times. Why didn't it click? Or why didn't I submit to the information?
Because there's so many other people that give you such bad information that it takes you a minute to realize that what's good information and what's bad information. There's so much information that people are like, ugh. And if 90% of it is shit information, that's what everybody's doing. That's what they assume is the right way to do it. Unfortunately, yeah. And you can't say nothing or they just instantly get butthurt. Yeah, no, he was telling me, oh, man, I went to this smoke shop. It's not even a dispensary, a smoke shop. And I got this weed. It was so good. It was dry and super terpy. And I was like, weed at the smoke shop? I said, yeah, that's probably not real weed. It's probably hemp flower that you buy it because it's not legal to sell real weed in a smoke shop, especially he's in the same state as me. And I said, if it's super terpy, then it's probably hemp spray pack. And he just lost his shit. Oh, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, like, there's no sense in getting all upset about it. Like, but legally, that's not real weed.
Well, he'll probably smoke it and it'll taste like blue raspberry Kool-Aid. Real powerful like that, and think that that's a normal thing.
Like a normal terp? Yeah. No, that's not normal. Marshmallows, that's not a normal terp. You know, people
Somebody said,
weed.
oh, what was that one? Right, raw meat.
Yeah, red meat, right?
Red meat.
Wasabi, or what was it? Wagyu. Wagyu.
Oh, God,
he really wants that Wagyu because it's supposed to taste like raw beef. And I was thinking,
well, I don't want that. I don't want to taste that when I'm smoking. Really, to me, that's not a desirable flavor to smoke with.
It was funny because when he said that, my first thought went to like, ooh, salmonella, or ooh, E. coli. Like I was like, no, I'm good. Like when I think of raw red meat,
so I'm going to get used to smoking that weed, and then I'm just going to associate me steak with that joint flavor. I don't want to be mixing them two things. I don't know, savory.
I like my meat separate from, I want to eat my meat, and then when I'm done with it, smoke my weed. I don't want to like.
What else is this savory? Did they do like potato flavored weed?
Fuck, I don't know.
Carrot.
I'm waiting for s'mores. I'm waiting for s'mores to come out. What the fuck?
Well, that'll be Oreos crushed marshmallow or something, not it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or Graham Cracker OG.
The day and age where if you grew great cannabis, people have to be skeptical of because it's spray packs. I mean, if it's really, like, you kind of know though, like, really, if you get something that's just like, whoa, like fucking so terpy that you gotta question it. I mean, you look at the bag and it says 1.something% terpenes, but the thing smells like it's fucking exploding in your face. It's probably not real terps. Because we know, as a grower, you get those strains that are super terpy. Yeah. But they're not going to be so loud like that fucking, because the shit at the smoke shop, I mean, come on, it's super dry. So once the weed's super dry, I mean, do you think it's very terpy? After it heated up that much to get that super dry, do you think it's like, holy shit, and just explode? Like, no, I don't.
Well, I believe it's super dry. I've had a banger like that, a grapefruit ultra, and it was so. I didn't have it. I know a guy that had it. It was so. He still got it. So you couldn't. There was no mistaking it. There was no like, oh, it tastes like grapefruit with gas, or there was no fucking about. It was just grapefruit. And I've had some orange ones that have been like that as well. Some, you know, simple profiles that have been really strong. I've had that before.
I don't know. Just grow your own. Grow your own.
You know what's in it then?
I mean, I don't know. When people arguing with me about fucking buying real weed at the fucking gas station, because it's so simple. I say, well, don't you think if it was real weed, then all the dispensaries would just open up gas stations? Why would they spend millions on opening a dispensary if they could just open a smoke shop and a gas station and sell real weed?
Well, they've found a law hack, haven't they? They don't have to pay for facility licenses and all special things like that.
It's because it's not real weed. It's hemp flower. And if you look at the package, when you look at it, it tells you Delta 9 0.3 or 0.2%. You know it's federally it's classified as hemp.
But you know,
if you like it, then go for it.
If you go to Greece or Spain, anywhere around there, they do the same shit. The THC isn't legal there, so they have the stuff that you're doing over there, and it'll be named a bit different, and it's just not real. It's not real weed. You can pretty much tell by looking at it. The stuff I've seen, anyway, they'll name it HHC. You know, they'll try and give it some other title.
Oh no, this stuff that was at this gas station. Next time I go and I get rats, I'll stop at the gas station and I'll take some pictures of it. It's called Blue Dream.
What, buds?
Yeah, buds. And they're fucking brown as shit. Like
yeah,
so
they've got
brown.
a funky look about them. They look old.
They look really old. And it just doesn't, you really question like, ooh, God dang, were we smoking stuff similar to that back in the day? Like, really? Were we smoking?
Oh, we were smoking worse than that back in the day.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
just watched a documentary about something they used to have here called soap bar, and it was compressed hash. And they did a breakdown of it, and it had the plastic content was higher than the THC. It was like 8% THC. The rest just bullshit. So we smoked terrible things back in the day.
We did. I remember when green bud came around, and that's what it was. Dude was like, "No, dude, it's green," and it was like, "What? Green bud? Like what?"
They like stopped having seeds in then, didn't it? You know.
Yep. That was a treat. You know, just like everybody like, oh shit, I don't smoke any of that. I only smoke stuff from California. Like really? So the only distinguishable thing from where I'm at versus California is you must be smoking outdoor. Because again, California weed, the weed grown indoors, who gives a fuck where it's grown? The weed doesn't go, oh, we're going to be so much better because we're in California. The weed don't know where the fuck it's growing indoors, you know? So if you're claiming you love California, then you're smoking outdoor. Good for you. And like Dad's tent, could you imagine somebody being excited to tell you about the weed they found at a fucking smoke shop? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, oh, dude, I found this best shit at the smoke shop. Like, shut up. You just said you bought weed. Stop it.
That was weird.
What up, dude?
What up?
Break it down to us then, Nugget. How was the flyby hug?
The what?
Very soft.
The flyby hug.
Did you go to flyby?
Yeah, last night.
Oh, you're that close?
It's about a 46-minute drive.
Oh, dude, I'd be hanging with flyby all the time.
In it.
Oh yeah, I want to.
His missus would be well pissed off with me.
I'd be taking whatever grow equipment I got and fucking
I already took it all up there to him.
Yeah, set me up a fucking tent and shit and get I get right
Well,
in.
I didn't do that, but
I get right in. Help them out and shit. Fuck yeah.
oh, I've gotta help them a lot, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be dope.
All jokes aside, though, did you actually hug?
No,
I would have.
No. What the fuck? I'm never coming to meet you.
it's good manly handshake, Dunk.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but Flyby is like family now.
It's hardly worth the drive.
What, you just gonna show up, give him a hug, and then jump back in the car and leave, Doug?
Well, if I'm coming over to see Nuggy, I'm definitely getting a huggy.
You getting a tuggy or a huggy?
A huggy. Otherwise, what's the point? Well, I'm quite shocked at that, actually. I would have thought you guys would have had a little hug.
I wouldn't tell you if we did.
Yes. Yeah, that could be the case. So you're not saying that Flyby's a dreadful grower. You're just saying he needs a lot of help. Or you just saying...
I wouldn't say a lot of help, but they definitely need some
just a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of guidance.
Yeah, some tweaking. Lexi.
I mean, they just got that all set up.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
What I think would have been funny is if Nucky would have put his arms out and then Flyby put his arms out and then he walked right by and give fucking Frog Butt a hug.
Frog Butt a hug. Come on, buddy.
So what time are we going to call for Flyby then?
Huh?
What time are we going to call for Flyby? We're going back today?
No, not today, no. I got shit I got to do today.
Play hard
cool.
together.
45 minutes away, that's pretty cool.
Knowing him, he could probably get underneath that fence. I don't know.
Oh, your little dog?
Yeah. I went to go leave yesterday to go to Flyby's, and he immediately found a spot and was like ready to come out.
How's the cat settled?
What the fuck are you leaving me for?
Say it one at a time. Oh, she's good. She's got the whole basement to run around in.
The basement? You didn't tell us you was moving into a palace.
Well, the basement's full of what we call J Mart around here. It's basically like a small Walmart in the basement.
Stepdad's got a little bit of everything.
No, my mom.
Oh, your mom did?
Yes. She was a couponer at one point.
Oh, yeah, extreme couponing. I did that for a little
Oh, buddy. Extreme ain't the word.
Yeah, that's good, though. That means you go down there and go grocery shopping, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I've seen videos of them with women with like 4 trolleys, and they get to the till, and the people have to pay them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It comes to like $5 or something like that.
Yeah, I've seen those. I watched all those extreme couponing.
My mom's had a few of those where she's gotten paid to.
Yeah, you walk out
for groceries. Walk out with a cart full of thing, and they paid you.
Yeah, and you got gift cards. People are standing there going, "What the fuck am I doing wrong?" Like, Mountain Flower. First off, welcome to the. Thanks for showing up. I just have issues because when I asked about the light penetration, Spartan instantly jumped in and was like, "Oh, you don't have to worry about the light penetration from the top anymore because you're adding the under canopy lights, this and that." And I thought, well, what if you made the planet shorter and you did worry about the penetration from the big light because it's a big super light? Then you wouldn't need the under canopy light, right? under canopy lighting, in my opinion now, is honestly for people that tend to over veg, that end up with longer legs, because the main light's not going to penetrate far enough down into the canopy, so they have to add that other light down there because they went too long in veg. Just my personal opinion.
Yeah, plant count probably, eh? They're having to get the top, so they have to have the legs. They should double the amount of plants, half the veg.
I look at efficiency when I'm growing nowadays. So is it really efficient to add a 240 watt light under the canopy, or is it more efficient to flip sooner? And now you don't need that 240 watt light, and because you flip sooner, you're going to gain a whole nother harvest per year. In my opinion, that's more efficient than paying. I think he wants $200 or $400 and some dollars for a set of under canopy lights, plus then the electricity it runs to run a 240 watt light underneath your canopy. That's more light than I run on the top of the canopy. So I just don't think it's efficient.
There's no way that 200 watts down below is going to be as efficient as if you'd have put it above the plant.
The problem I have is the numbers, right? They claim 40% more with under canopy lighting. And so then if you get 25% more with CO2, that's 65%. So are you saying that before you were using under canopy lights and CO2, you were only getting 35% of yield? I mean, I would work on that first before I started adding anything else.
They said that that you get 40% more.
Yeah.
So in that case, right, that light would have to be 40% the size of the one above it, innit? So if you've got a 200 below, you've got to have a 500 above, 200 below. That's if they're at the same efficiency. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. The numbers just, to me, doesn't add up. It just doesn't.
There's no way that 200 watt from underneath, there's no way that 200 watt is going to be as efficient as the 200 watts above the plant.
Well, and I just don't understand how people, like, I've always been taught 100% is full, 100% is max. I mean, you get 100%, 100% is 100%. That's all of it. So these guys will start throwing out like, oh yeah, I'm getting 140% more. They're like, how are you going over 100%? If it's 100%, how is there more than 100%? I don't understand that. Right?
So it's because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, if they had any proof, or they'd done any successful tests that have had videos that have documented it, and they'd have the proof already. They won't be coming out now saying, look, we're doing this, we'll show you. Because if they're saying we'll show you, it's obviously the first time they've done it. Or they'd have stuff to go, look, we've already done it.
Well, isn't it weird that you will see all the plant killers put up shitty gardens, but then these guys that are claiming these huge numbers, you don't ever see it. And so GML claims that they're going to do a whole video on it. They're going to do, like all the way through until harvest. So, I mean, I can't wait. I want to see that.
Yeah. He doesn't know how long veg will be, though. Just saying, like, so he ain't got a fucking clue what he's doing. If he don't know how long his veg is going to be, what's he doing? Well, I hope he's running it from clones and has already done a run with from the same clones before it. Do it proper.
I think GML has great lights, but once his main representative, Spartan, which Spartan's once he tells me I no longer need to worry about the penetration from that light. That's why I asked him. So realistically, you can turn that light way down because you got the bottom light under there, and that compensates, right? And he's like, yeah. And I'm thinking, then why do I buy a super powerful light if I'm going to just dial it way down because I'm throwing under? Like, That doesn't make sense to me. Why would you max out the light that's above, grow a smaller plant so you have less leg and less shit underneath the canopy to try to light up? I mean,
it's because
I forgot to put it in there.
All got agendas, Chop. You've got that Chad Westport guy, the cat growing for cocoa or can of cocoa. They're out there pushing a 480 watt light for a 4x2. And saying, no,
you're
that's
exactly
fine.
right, Mountain Flower. How do you get 40% more if dimming down your top light because you're adding under canopy light? Right. See, none of that stuff makes sense to me. It doesn't.
Listen, there's nothing out there that's going to give you 40% more.
I mean, unless you already are extremely failing.
Exactly, yes.
More, the 40%
I'm going right back out.
Comes in because you're becoming a better grower. You're becoming a better grower. So that's where the more comes in. It's not add more equipment, more. It's you become a better grower. You understand it. So then you get more.
The light company, they all do this. It's what a light company. It's selling his way.
If you're not hitting, in my opinion, if you're not hitting between 80 to 100% to start with, why are you worried about adding anything else to try to get more? You should be getting your max first and then try to get more.
Yeah, if you're not getting 80% of what you're supposed to be getting without CO2, without all the extra shit, there's no reason to add anything.
No, but adding anything's not going to do it for you.
No, it's actually going to make shit worse.
Yeah, or you'll kill it quicker.
It can, absolutely. You can kill it quicker, absolutely.
But people just they think they know what the fuck they're talking about, dude.
And like
I say, it's annoying.
On a personal level, these guys are cool as shit. They're nice guys.
Oh, they're probably great.
Do I think they understand completely about growing? No, because why would you grow such tall plants to strip it all down and then add light under there? I just.
So,
the common sense.
You might say they're nice people and that, but if someone's out there blatantly lying in my face, I think you're a dickhead.
Well, there's a difference between lying and being wrong.
Yeah, this is a light manufacturer, company, guy, representative.
It doesn't matter.
Things that he doesn't know.
Well,
so to me,
they know what they know about the light, dude. You know what I mean? The knowing about cannabis and what cannabis wants is a different story.
Well, who's the dude telling us he's getting 5 a light? That's the grower / light guy, isn't it?
Well, again, a 1500 watt light at 5 a light is average.
Oh yeah, that's no great thing, is it? No, but the under canopy thing.
They're just saying numbers to make it sound good, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I mean, the title of the video,
1.3 gram a watt. 1.3 gram a watt, 5 at 5 for 1500 is.
Well, this will tell you right off the bat.
And he's using CO2.
His title said 5 pounds per light, right? Per light. And when I got to talking to them, they're like, "Oh yeah, well the top light and under canopy light." So I'm like, "Oh, so that's actually 2 lights, right?"
17,
no longer,
whatever.
No longer 1 light. That's click.
Right.
1 light, which is actually 2 lights. Like, I mean.
Yeah, they're just saying words to make it sound good, to sell products, dude. I
was asking about wattage, like grams per watt. They're like, "Oh, well." Some dude was like, "Oh, well, it's not really like that. It's micromoles and blah, blah, blah." And it's like, no, I want more grams per watt. Like I want, square footage. I want so much in a square foot. Like, I want grams per watt. I want to know that I'm pulling at least 2 grams a watt. And in my opinion, the bigger the space, the harder it is to do that. And that's just because you need more equipment. There's more heat, more light, more. I mean, there's just more.
Well, you want a pound for 300 watts, really, don't you? A pound for 300 watts. So 1,500 watts, that's £5. There's nothing new. What's new? The fact that it's a 1,500 watt bar light is just a really big bar light.
They're turning it. It sounds like they're turning it way down.
Yeah.
Because they're adding
what's the footprint of it? Physical? Is it a 5 foot wide bar light?
Yeah, I
Is
think,
it a 6 foot wide?
I think you said 5 and 5.
Yeah.
What? Well, is there's a light, a 5 by 5 area. Then there's physically having the light 5 foot wide in it, and you know how fast that drops off.
Yeah.
So then the back at the if it isn't a 5 foot physically, it's just 4. That outside foot around the edge, that's going to be inefficient, boofy like, isn't it?
Yep.
If it's a bar.
Yep. It would have to. That's why I was like, do you know how big a 5.7 pound plant is wet? That's like 15
The square footage.
Have
it's
you
the
ever
square
seen,
footage, the footprint.
How big that light's got to be to cover that plant? That's
Well, he's a light company. I would fucking hope he does. Maybe he doesn't, and he's having to supplement it with under canopy lights. I don't know. I mean, what you do you 4x2s, 5 of them. Blimey, math. 4x10, 4 foot by 10. That's 40 square foot. Is that right? A 4x2. And then 4x2's a pound, 5 of them, so that's 10 by 4.
40. Yeah, that's
40 square foot. So 5 by 5 is 25. So the lights, how big's that light got to be, really?
Yeah, that's what I was
light efficiently.
Some of those questions, they just like last night I was asking a bunch more questions. They just didn't even answer.
Yeah, the buckle. If we'd have fucked him up there, because I mean, even if you're getting £3 out of a 4x4 or £1.50 out of a 4x2, which is fucking impossible.
It's not impossible.
What, £1.50?
It's not easy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, even if we're gonna do it at that,
it's gonna be strain dependent.
That's 30 square foot. If you're doing it if you're that really good, that's 30 square foot. So that's bigger than a 5x5. Which in a bar light, you need it to go corner to corner.
Yeah, corner to corner.
So what's he on about? Doing a bar light and cranking it up high and having it high? Because if he squashes that down low, he's going to have plants outside the area of the footprint.
And somebody asked, is that dry weight? And he said, yeah, 5 pounds. 5.7 pounds dry. Do you know how big of a plant that is? Do you know how big of a plant that is wet?
That's fucking hell. It's got 5.7. I didn't realize it's just gone up by 10%.
Yeah, the numbers change.
Guess what I'm smoking right now?
Booth. Super
Buck cherries.
Yes, sir.
You got it. Yeah, I figured you'd get some over at 5x5.
Hell yeah.
What's the smoke review? Live smoke review, Nugget? We got one?
I give it for the high. I'll give it like a 9 out of 10. But for density and pretty much just density and weight, I give it like a 7.5.
Still got a bit of a fluff about it.
I think you can help with that.
I'm going to 100%. It's all in their feeding, dude. They're giving too much nitrogen throughout the flower. And I went in there and I seen everything, and they didn't know that it was too much nitrogen. All the edges were fucking brown, the tips were brown. everything is brown, and they're feeding it like 1,200 ppm, and I'm like, dude, you don't need to be that high. Right there's your yield. You're losing your yield because of all the nitrogen at the end of flower.
Thanks, Nugget. Sorted it. It was almost like a little grow boss consultation for him, I bet.
Like a garden rescue almost.
What
But
did
not being the
They're
full
not
rescue.
doing bad. They got healthy plants. They got all, you know what I mean? It has nothing to do with that. It's just it's all
It's just a little
timing,
bit of
dude. It's just all timing is all it is.
nightmare?
And that's the last thing you end up fucking figuring out.
Yeah.
Is when to
What
cut
did,
certain things off.
What did Flyby think about the Skywalker, Skunk Walker? Was he,
There,
blown
he's
away?
like, God damn, these are some fucking monster clones. They're just big, thick,
No,
fucking.
you had the bud with you, didn't you? That nug you've been
Oh,
saving. What's that?
yeah, that wasn't the Mac from that dispensary. That's all that was.
Oh,
But
I gotta give a shout
I'm
out.
glad I brought that with me because the understanding of density in their bud didn't come until I showed him that.
yeah. You want bullets, don't you? I'm not really down with all these fingery, exotic-y ones. I
I
like
gotta
fucking nugs.
give it up to Levels. I heard Levels pulled 502 grand out of his 3x3. Congratulations, Level.
Yeah, that's over a pound. That's over a pound.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, maybe. Bullshit.
How many watts did he have in that bud chamber?
I don't know. Doesn't even matter.
Oh, it matters to me, Chop.
Well, look, it wasn't full. The space wasn't full. That's why I have a hard time. Like we all call BS on it, but I find it funny that we all weigh it and we show each other on Discord. Well, why don't you show it to the good growers that you got blocked? Why don't you show us?
Yeah.
Show me.
You're not very trusting.
You blocked me on Discord. I'm the one saying show me, but you won't show me. So just
Why
because
do you doubt him?
you show a whole bunch of other plant killers that just don't get it yet.
Yep.
You're trickery.
Easier to fool. Why do you doubt him so much, Chop?
Because I see the space.
Well,
You know.
have you ever used Power SI?
Oh my God! Yeah, let's talk about that.
Because that's where the weight comes from.
Do you really think silica is the reason why you get a lot of weight?
Well, Levels told me yesterday, so obviously that's what I think now. That's why I come to streams like this, so I can just double check. What's your opinion on that?
And Carl trellis like a mother, but you're going to tell me you're snapping branch. Where are these branches that are snapping off? Because I'm not seeing it. Where is it? I don't see broken branches in veg. I don't see broken branches in flower. Like, what are you talking about?
It is a very woody chop. Yeah, it's hard to manipulate.
They're over 2-month-old clones in veg. Good job. You have the space to grow 2-month-old clones. Good job. I mean, they should be big. I mean,
well, I don't hate on that so much. I have to stand up for the guys that do that. As long as by the end of flower, the veg tent is ready to flip over and completely chocker full, I'm good with that.
with the same
I
guy
don't
that tells
mind
you
it.
he does
It's not right.
This isn't a game,
don't
Carl.
mind.
This is his living. So according to his numbers,
Yeah.
4 grows, he should be sitting on like fucking thousands of dollars, right?
Stacking. Well, maybe not, because you've got to buy all this Power SI, Terpinator, 3 other different types of extreme mag sulfur.
Probably costs like 4,000 every. every 2 months.
Yeah.
My electricity.
1,500 a run, isn't it? Did you see the chap that had 12 bottles, not including whatever other things he had hidden? But did you see his proud lineup yesterday of every single Fox Farm product known to man, plus beneficial products?
How about the outside? There were so many plants, but you couldn't tell the grass between the plants.
Yeah, I got sent a screenshot, and I didn't know what it was, but there was plants in the screenshot. You just couldn't see them. I did pause it. There was nothing there.
Hey, at the end of the day, if everybody's happy, right on. I mean, if you're
Have
happy
fun in the
with what you're doing,
process.
and you think that's the best that could come out of what you're doing, then hey, keep doing that.
Well, but Chop, other people, they do have busy lives and other things going on. They're not dedicated like some of us are.
Well, some
So
people are
they're
more
just not
passionate.
bothered.
And that's what they don't understand is I must be a lot more passionate than these guys because they're just like willy nilly. Oh, look at me! I did this much. And they don't care about just fluffing the numbers and just throwing. They just would rather be friends. Like I'm not trying to make friends on
Well, that's because they would rather sound cool than to get the real.
You
Instead of going,
ooze
bro,
passion, Chop. You ooze it from every pore. You know, when I've got drama toxicity and it's really mean too much, you're like a rehab, like a spa for me. I come and bathe myself in the love of the plant with you. It's beautiful. It's like re-vegging myself, my
I'll be honest.
enthusiasm.
I need the plant killers on YouTube. I'll be honest. It just keeps me on track. I just go watch a few videos and go, okay, good. I feel so much better at what I'm doing.
Stop beating yourself up. But you've got to a little bit.
Critic. Like I got clones that I'll just throw away, and they're better than most people's clones, but I throw them away because I'm not really careful.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't. If I did grow, I wouldn't have. I haven't been happy for ages. Ages. I'm always disappointed in myself at the end. And that's
Yes,
what
because then the
keeps
next
me
time you'll do a
going.
little bit better. Then you'll do a little bit better. Then and then you get to the point where you're like, fuck, what can I do? I'm scrambling around. I was talking to Mikey behind the scenes, and I was like, man, I don't know what to do here. I want to grow more. Like, I can't add CO2 because I'm in a tent that fucking non-sealed, it just wouldn't make sense. And I'm like, maybe I should. Maybe I should try an under canopy light. I mean, like, what the fuck else can I do at this point?
Yeah, the only way you can do CO2 is if you seal your lung room.
Yeah, I'd have to seal the lung room, and that's a thing. And I mean, to the point where I'm going, fuck, should I try it? Like, what if I try it and it does get you? But I just don't see how.
Well, I mean, you could try all that, Chop. You could go to the expense of adding CO2, buying under canopy lighting, regulators and all that. Or you could just add another 4x2. And just
He don't have the space for that.
Oh, I don't really. I've got a 4x4 tent leaning up against the wall in the box right here. I've got a light. I got fan. I got everything to go in it, but I'm out of electricity. I get rid of more electricity. So I'm just kind of stuck. I just need to be happy with what I got.
Oh, that's not real.
You can always put another something somewhere. You'll find a way, Chop. I'm sure you've set yourself limits before and gone, right, I'm going to stay at 56 4x2s now. And there you are with another 10. I'm sure you've broken through that problem before.
I did. And I asked my fucking water expansion. Do convince the wife to let me put it in the kitchen. That's a hard sell.
Well, you're in the height of your career, John.
Well, she's like,
It was on and not leaking already.
she's like, you already have so much meat already.
Yeah, it was already on.
She's right.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh yeah, you've got to have at least a flower cycle in front worth of bud in hand, or what's the point in growing? If you've got that already, why keep doing more and more if it's not going anywhere?
I've got a gallon jar down here of shit that I still need to trim. In 2 days I'm harvesting, and then three weeks after that I'm harvesting again, and then like
You finish this, I'll be there.
People get excited about harvesting. I'm just going.
Oh, I hate it. I fucking hate harvesting.
It just keeps happening. Like it doesn't stop.
I like going to fucking first the big top A's, and then after that I'm like, no, fuck.
I do so many bees, and then it gets to a point where the rest should go. It just goes in the bag. Like,
get a trimmer and just chuck all that shit in the trimmer.
Has anybody
And
tried
then
a
throw
bowl
away
trimmer?
what comes out the bottom.
I thought about buying one of the bowl trimmers.
I tell you, mate, when you get the trim bin, like with a journey, you'll just trim on a box, and then you get a trim bin that you didn't want to get because it was $50, but then you realise, look at all this keef I've found, it's paid for itself already. Brilliant.
Oh yeah, you realize how much
when you get the trim bowl and you realise that whole fucking day you used to have to sit there trimming, it takes you 5 minutes. It's fucking game changer, mate. I mean, I won't be putting all your nice bits in, but that arsehole that you can't be dealing with.
Yeah, you put bees and under in it. You trim all you hand trim your A's.
Yeah, you
come back with
trim.
5.
Yeah.
But then you've got your freezer building up with big bowls of sugar leaf. It does take off a bit more than you would normally by hand. It does.
I'm glad I didn't buy a trimmer. I was getting ready to. In Colorado, I was getting ready to buy the same trimmer Flyby had to fucking do the harvest this year. I'm so glad I didn't, dude. That's like $450.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't have one anyway, because you was all at it for weeks, weren't you? I mean, it only needs to save you one man a week.
Dude, it's still not all trimmed.
Oh.
It just cracked me up going to the event and seeing the size buds that people were selling.
Oh yeah,
that's because it's that chop. It's the trim bowl bullshit. You when you get one, you'll see what comes out. Because normally you don't get to see them tiny buds in your own thing because you just chuck it in the fucking thing. You're like, I can't be arsed with that. But now when you trim them with the thing, they reveal themselves to you. And sweet corn and pea-sized nugs.
Yeah. Yeah, those fucking, I was looking at jar, I was going, wow. I was just going, huh. They weigh that stuff and count it. They trim that shit. Like, holy fuck. That's too fucking teeny. Like, I get to a point where, even some of the, I won't trim fucking seeds because it's just it ain't worth it. Once you get to a certain point, you trim down your nice tops, you get all your seconds. You're like, oh yeah, you're like, what is this shit, man? Fuck it.
Well, by the time you get to the end of it, so you've done this, so you've done a trim, and you've got your bag of bullshit, and then a month later or something, you're open the bag of bullshit and you're looking in there and there's all right sized nugs in there.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking, well, hang on, why didn't I bother trimming that? But at the time you're like, boop, fuck that, boop, fuck that.
Yep, exactly. I did that the other day. I opened up the fucking...
Oh, I can't wait till I grow and get to experience all of this.
The gallon-sized bag, I opened it up. Why are you here, Budsville? I mean, nothing against nothing. If you want to hang out, that's cool.
That's never real Budsville.
I mean, that's the one.
Trolling Budsville. You never know.
I don't know. I don't know who it is.
Still wouldn't type in here.
As long as you're cool, you know.
After his devastating post chop, he wouldn't dare.
But I mean, you open the bag and you got somebody over there and you're like, oh yeah, I got all this trim. You open the bag and shit. They're like, oh my god, that's your trim? Like, yeah. They're like, it's full of butt.
I better go through this.
No, like, fuck it. I don't trim that shit. I remember that. No, don't get me wrong. There was a time that I trimmed every little fucking butt, right? Because it had to.
You had to.
That was the only way you got the weight. Right? And I feel like maybe that's what people are out here doing. Like, they're trimming every little piece. And then they're counting every little, like you said, pea-sized nug. As it wait.
I'm really loving the Keith at the minute. Beautiful stuff, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Keith, the super buff cherry Keith always catches people's eye. You know, because of the color. Super buff cherries doesn't press all that well though. It just doesn't.
Well, Nuggy will be the judge of that.
Yeah.
He says he's going to have to teach Flyby how to prep. Yes, so I don't know.
Well, he'll be able to go over there and just give them little tweaks and shit that they just overlooked. You know, sometimes an outsider looking in, you know, sees shit that you don't see. I mean, that always happens.
Yeah, it's like when you, if you get a kitchen fitted, if you do it yourself, you might just butt the joint tops up instead of doing a nice mason's mitre. So now Nuggy's a professional coming in, can probably diagnose it just by looking at the press. He'll know what Flyby's been doing.
Oh, he was probably looking down the line in tents going, that one's off a little bit. We need to slide it back just a hair.
Do you reckon he...
I'll be right back. I'm going to switch phones real quick.
Do you reckon he reviewed them harshly like he would do on YouTube? Or do you reckon he was all gentle about it, going, well, maybe we could try this next time?
I really do like the Rotten Road, Mikey. It's a good one. I like that. I don't know why I popped more seeds right away. I should have popped a few, but not as many as I did.
Well, you can't hang on to them forever, can you? They're there to grow.
Well, I always like to try to I'll pop a few more in case some doesn't come up, you know? And then, fuck, they all come up. You know, like, ugh.
You keep the best, isn't it? Until the sex or whatever.
Yeah, I'll just keep them now until, you know, like, and the thing is about having a lot of seeds like that, though, it's real easy to go, I don't really like you.
Yeah, when you get one that's tall straight away and dead long, you just go, no thanks.
But I don't know what I'm doing. I really talk to try to juggle 9 different strains is nuts. It's kind of crazy. I need to probably.
Yeah, it's a lot to juggle. Especially if you just ain't got a big mom of each going there that you just can go to. You're trying to keep everything small, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it smaller.
So you're constantly resetting mums.
Well, it's either,
not constantly, but
it's either you're constantly cloning or you're just constantly pruning and throwing shit away. You know, just to keep the plant fucking small so it doesn't get out of control on you. Because.
So have you ever a mum that you want to hold back? Have you ever thought of stripping all the leaves off it and stalling it for a couple of weeks?
No, if I'm going to stall a plant, and I know I need to stall a plant, I'll just leave it in the cup, and I'll put it under 24-hour light and a real low light. 50-watt light in a cup. You can top it. You can do little things to it. Keep it small for a long time. I learned that from Carl. Shout out to Carl. Because I was like, he's talking about stalling plants. How we stall? So I started fucking around, and I was like, I could throw it under a low light, leave it in the cup, and fucking do bare bones minimum to it. And the fucker will just sit there.
It's a lot to juggle, though, isn't it? When you're doing that with one lot, the other ones need cloning again. You need to reset mums on this.
Oh yeah, I got 4. Yeah, I got 4.
Then
You
you've
would
got
think
to
a person.
fit your day 21 swazzers in amongst that.
Well, that's why I have to have like 1 tent for clones and seeds, and then 1 tent to hold the moms, and then the other tents to do flower. Like instead of, I need to just scale back down and stop doing bigger moms and just go ahead and keep smaller moms, because trying to do bigger moms is not. I mean, it's nice though. Don't get me wrong. Yesterday I was able to take 25 clones off 1 plant, But then you take 25 plants off, clones off 1 plant. You're like, holy fuck, what am I going to do with all these? Because I still need to clone fucking the other fucking plants. Like, might have to start just running solo cups in the 2x4.
Solo cup challenge it, Chop.
I ain't doing no challenge. There ain't nobody to challenge.
Do the you can't do a kiddie pool. You could do the shower tray challenge.
Just do the old throw some plants in and flip them quick challenge.
Yeah.
That's how I got to where flip quick, Well, I was doing that because I was talking to ADHD like 2 years ago now. We were cloning, and I'm like, man, I got so many extra clones. I just don't know what to do with these. And he's like, sell them. I'm like, I don't want to talk to people like that. I don't like dealing with people. He's like, throw them all in a little pot and flower them. I'm like, man, that's a lot to do. So I did it, and it was like, oh my gosh. That was one of those aha moments, right? Because you really don't understand it until you see it.
Put enough in there, and you need to be 8 inches tall.
Like for real, when you do this though, when you first do this, you look in there and you flip the plants, and you're like, oh my god, these things
I'm never gonna fill up.
Yeah, it's never gonna work. Like, this is ridiculous. And then after you flip 3 weeks later, you're like, holy shit, I can't keep the fucking tent from wanting to fall in. Like fucking, the thing's just pushing out on the sides. It's pushing. You're like, fuck, I should have flipped sooner. I started moving some shit over to the membership. Oh yeah, you said over to the membership page. That slug trail is coming out. Insane. I can't wait on that.
Do you mean frost-wise?
Oh yeah, the
structure.
Smell, the frost, the structure. Yeah.
So now you've got to pick a good one.
I picked 2 good ones. See, that's a problem too, right? You're doing a pheno hunt, you find 2 that you really like. How do you get rid of one?
Yeah. And
so now,
and
9
can
strains,
you really tell after a week or two of smoking. You need to let it sit for a couple of weeks and then have a week or two smoking it.
Right. Because you might end
They
up.
usually change, don't they?
Yeah, because just because it looks really good now doesn't mean you're gonna like it later.
So you got to hang on to them cuts until you make your choice.
Yes. So then you do like 9 strains, but you got 2 or 3 phenos of every strain. So I mean,
That's exactly
isn't that
what I
ridiculous?
did.
That's ridiculous, right? Like,
That's exactly
and I
the
bet you if you
situation
were
I
growing,
found myself in.
you'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
So when you do
Like
start
4
growing, keep
strains,
that a
2
mental
or
note.
3 of each.
Yeah.
And but it's probably 5 of each to begin with, but 2 of them, 2 or 3 of them went straight away. So now you got these 2, and also now you've got all these different new flavors. I can't help myself. I'm trying them all the time. I can't tell the difference between them anymore because I'm having a bit of this, a bit of that. And so now I'm all nose blind and fucked up to these new strains. And then you'll go back to the old ones that you've run, and you'll try one of them, and you'll be like, yes, I remember. I'm back now. So let me go try again. So all that process takes a while. You got to keep them around till you know.
Yeah, and realistically, that could be a 4-month thing because it takes you the time to grow them all, then cut the clones, put them in the flower them out, and you still got all this shit that you got to maintain. The whole time.
Yeah, not just talking about the cuts that you kept when you took flower. You've already grown a plant into a mum and took cuts to make that fucker. You know what I mean? So it's months and months you've got to keep it hanging around, really, if you look at it that way.
I mean, and honestly, this is going to sound crazy, but if I find a herb, I usually find it early in flower, and I usually get excited, right? Because that's an easy, you guys are gone. I just cleared up a bunch of space in the grow. Like every number that associates with, there's 2 of those and 2 of those. You both herb, cool. You're gone. The moms are gone. I just freed up a whole bunch of space.
That's all right if you're just doing a small plant. But if you've just spent a month and a half or whatever vegging out a plant, 2 months vegging out a plant to fill a 3x3 or a 4x4, then you're fucked.
That's the same thing with like people that I know Welcome to the Grow Tent talks about like 3 gallons in a 2x4. But the problem is, again, 4 plants. If something happens to one of them herms or something like that, guess what? There goes a quarter of your harvest. It's gone. Where I lose 2 or 3 plants, I just pull everything out a little bit and give everything a little bit more room, and it's still pretty fucking full in there. Like it's still.
So here's some thought I had about what possibly. So when you've got all your new round and you're ready to flip them, that first round of clones that you take, just chuck them into a flower tent at any point. Like if it was for me, I'd chuck it in halfway through. I'd have left a little corner in the tent to try these 4 clones for 4 weeks. And if they pass that 4-week part, you're pretty much safe, really, for a herb, in my opinion. So then I'm ready to fucking run them out rather than wasting loads of space, vegging out plants to fill squared areas or whatever.
If you really want to figure it out, I'll be honest with you. You could take cuttings, kind of raw off the plant, stick them in your nutrient, whatever you're using, just stick it in a cup of water and put them in the flower.
Yeah,
they will flower in that glass of water.
That did pass my mind. But
you can figure out if they're male or female, and you can figure out if they're going to herb. But here's the thing. Is that a stressor that could cause certain strains to herb? Just trying to grow it in a glass of water. It could.
That's why you've got to at least do it rooted, because that's what you're going to do anyway, But when you're not doing it not rooted, it's like, fuck, This could really piss the plant off. I get it for to sex male and females, regulars, but to find a herb, you need to go 3 or 4 weeks, don't you? So that's a bit dangerous in possibly. Bit stressful.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as sexing, I've done that quite a few times.
For a
you
straight
should be able to
regular
tell.
male or female, yeah.
Yeah. I've taken them and just thrown them in there just to see. Because here's the, like, I was an idiot once, and I filled the turbo cloner up with clones from a plant that hadn't quite showed me sex yet. Because I trained it early enough and I got it fucking pushed out enough, I was able to take clones before it showed me sex.
Yeah.
And then I took one and I was like, I'm just going to try this. I threw it in a cup of water, put it in the bucket, tent under flower, and it was a male. And I was like, fuck. All of these ones right here that I'm rooting are fucking males. Like, so, I mean, I had to throw them all away. Start over. I mean, Frank, look, Frank's all right. Frank's not, I mean, I think he means well. I don't, you know, what? Oh, I just noticed in chat somebody said something about 70 plants.
I'm here. I'm just making a few calls real quick.
Yeah, you're good,
I
buddy.
believe he gets it's an 11-gram average per plant. I'll have you know. So you know all them ones that we spent the whole day watching him trim, them 2-grammers, yeah. He must have had some big fuckers hanging around and just decided not to show us the big, impressive buds. He just decided to show us the 2-gram plants. That's what I like about Frank. He's not out to impress anyone.
Well, yeah. Well, the only thing that upset me is when he's trying to say, like, look, I'm flipping these plants quicker than anybody else is doing it. I'm doing it faster than anybody. Shut the fuck up.
Well, he's right, Charles.
No, you're
He's
not.
the fastest grower on YouTube.
Look, and if, in my opinion, I mean, you can take a seed and throw it right into flower if you want 12-12. But you got to remember that seed isn't mature for 3 to 4 weeks. So it doesn't matter if you throw it under 12-12 because it's going to veg until it's mature enough to flower. And in my opinion, 12-12 is not enough light for a seedling to veg under. So you're never going to get that much off of that. I mean, you never would. They need more light to be able to produce more branches, to create more nodes, to create more. I mean,
my experience with that technique, it just ran to the sky. It just went for it. You know, it's almost like it came up for a week and then went stretching straight away and just created what we saw at Frank's yard was the very long sticks with little fluffy balls on the end. Because the nodes don't get mature chance to make any viable bud.
Super Bob, ignore my comment on your channel. I don't need you to call me anymore.
You saw the bags of his product, didn't you, Chop? It was just bare leaf, fluffy balls of leaf.
yeah, I mean,
There was not a nug in there. Not one time did I see him pick up a conker and go, look at that, baby.
If that's what you want to do and you're happy with it, great, do that. But don't try to tell everybody how you're so great and you're the best. And that's when people are going to say stuff. I mean,
them bags. You know, when you reached in to pull a bud out, it was all stuck together like Velcro with little clawy leaves. A whole clump would have come out. It's not because it was sticking together with frost. That's the Velcro effect with fluffy dense bud.
and they were sandwich bags, right? They weren't even gallon bags. They were like not even full. I'll stop.
Yeah, You get like 3, 4, 5 expertly folded and put inside the same
Who
size
was that that did that?
sandwich bag.
That's funny.
Dad's tent just said it. One blunt per plant, it'd be the best blunt you ever smoked, dude. Who was that? There was a dude,
Oh,
and I don't think it
nice.
wasn't Will Blaze, but there was a name like that. Blaze It Up or something. It was a young cat. He was real skinny,
Blaze
black
21.
dude. I think it was. It was anyway. He had like he got a fucking blunt and he was smoking, and it was like all he got off the plant, and
It
he
probably
thought he
did
was
feel
doing
like the
good.
last best blunt he'd ever had to him.
He's smoking the blunt and planning on what time he's hitting the dispensary.
Yeah,
Because
it's
he's out
gotta
of weight.
it's gotta last another fucking 6 months because he's got a veg for 4 and flour for 2.
But Chop, do you know what I found really profound about Frank is he sat there on top of how many ounces? 30 ounces of the finest cannabis known to man,
Oh,
but he's smoking a dispensary vape pen and a Swisher Sweet.
did you notice that? I was laughing because I noticed
I
that.
did.
Yeah. He was smoking on that white fucking.
Oh, my bad, Canada.
Perhaps the strongest weed, the best weed in the world's too strong. Can't handle it. Blows his duck foot off.
Hey, if he's happy, we cool.
What was that clip I seen last night of Frank? Something hermed and it's gonna be. I'm like, what?
Oh, really? He's had a. Oh, that's bloody hell. Oh, it's a seed increase, Chop. More freaks, Nugget. Freak show duck foot crossers.
Well, he said they might be.
Well, who knows? I mean, open room technology, isn't it? We're growing 70 high level plants, tall skyscrapers.
Could you imagine growing 70 plants and not even getting 2 pounds?
Well, I couldn't imagine growing 70 plants and having to go and check them for balls every day for about 3 weeks. Please don't make me do that. He must have been like delving, parting the fucking bamboo sticks, trying to get into the middle of his totes. Well, he didn't because he got the balls and visited. So they're the genetics he's selling.
ADHD.
Are they going to be the genetics he's selling then, or breeding with next year?
Fuck. I don't watch Frank. I just happen to fucking see that.
Yeah, I'll go over and say hi every once in a while.
He's too
Frank.
much for me.
He's a crazy fool. I like him.
Well, of course you do, Dunk.
As soon as he starts that shit, then I usually just leave.
As soon as he starts growing, I gotta leave.
Yeah, I don't mean I'd have a hug with you type like him. I mean, as a fellow YouTuber, he makes me laugh. He says some bonkers stuff. He gets mad. He ticks a lot of boxes for me, so I fuck with him. Well, I don't. He's got me blocked. But yeah,
you fuck with him. He just don't fuck with you.
Yeah, and I don't know why, because I've never really launched any venomous attacks on him.
One reason why, not even one reason why. I couldn't even imagine, dude.
No,
why he doesn't.
I bet you're blocked, aren't you?
Nuggy's like, I don't think I've been over there enough to be blocked.
Oh, damn you, Chop! You foiled. You sprung the trap. Nuggy was about to walk right into that one and say, "No, I'm not blocked there." Or go, "Yeah, I'm blocked there," and then I'd be going, "Well, I thought you wasn't subbed. How would you possibly not? You know."
Yeah, definitely not sub. Definitely, probably blocked.
Too late. Chop gave you
actually,
the answer.
You know what? No, I know I'm blocked. Well, actually, no, the new Nuggy channel probably isn't yet. Blocked me.
Yeah, well, he went on a extreme rampage with me one day, and he got all my fucking channels, went and blocked them all, and then I got my new one, and a few months back. The one I'm on now, rename that over, and I was already blocked there. I cannot get in contact with the
Is
dear
that
man
me
for
or
love
him?
nor money.
You were cutting out. I don't know if it's me or you though.
Oh, that must have been you because I heard it. He was fine.
Dunk, did I just hear
But,
Nuggy mention this? No.
oh, listen to
Goddamn you,
Nugget. It's the
Zib.
first
Fucking
time,
Zib.
first
Jesus
opportunity.
Christ.
I wasn't even going to
Got
bring
me.
that name up.
Got me.
Zib's like a,
You
he's out
fucking
there in
got
the
me.
bush, isn't he? He's undercover and he's got snares sat all around it and he's just waited for a nuggy to wander through the forest and fucking first trap
The
set.
hell is Gorilla Snot? Or Moco de Gorilla. Gorilla Snot Gel. What is that? See, this is what I'm talking about. When I'm J-Mart down here, there's just
Oh,
shit that...
Nuggy, stop trying to change the subject. Now you've brought up my dear friend Channel 2. Why?
Here, look,
What happened,
watch.
Nugget?
Hang on. I'm about to show you just this one shelf here.
Has he got a Channel 2 on shelf?
Look at this. This whole shelf is full of nothing but fucking... just fucking everything.
Roast. Yeah, look. You need some shampoo. You need some fucking olive oil. You need some
Deodorant,
fucking...
olive. I
Oh,
mean,
let's
dude,
pop,
Yeah.
let's pop a
Kleenex,
bottle of
fucking...
wine.
It's
Let's
just
pop it
all
all.
laundry detergent, ranch dressing next to the laundry detergent. Just fucking, I mean, and then there's a whole shelf of like canning shit. Like, dude, it's crazy. It's fucking insane.
That's good, though. I mean, you don't have to buy it.
Oh, no, it is. It's definitely good.
She's more
And
prepared to be off grid than you are, Nugget.
Yeah, I got you.
well, yeah. Well, yeah, this is what I was going to show you, though. What the fuck? Have you ever heard of this shit? Like, what the fuck is this?
Is she a prepper?
What is this?
No, she was an extreme couponer.
Yeah, she was an extreme cute.
But what, Moco? That's a dating site, isn't it?
But it's gorilla snot.
Snot gel. Well, it's hair stuff, isn't it? You wouldn't know about
Is that what it is?
It's for hair.
It's got to be.
Yeah, it's hair gel.
Ooh, it smells really good.
Oh, it
Oh my
tastes
God.
gorgeous, Nugget. Try it. It tastes out of this world.
Yeah, that must be what it is. It's hair gel.
He said, spread a little on a piece of bread.
Wonderful on potatoes.
Whoa.
Check your ID.
But these shelves are 2.5 foot deep, dude, so they fucking go back forever.
I say good job.
So we need to clear all that shelf off, screw some lights in, and set our clone station up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no.
I'm not doing that. I mean,
No, I was joking.
My mom's husband.
Anything.
Oh, I could. There's tents, lights, fucking everything right here.
No, we're not being any more of a problem.
A burden.
A burden to my grandmammy.
Yes. But yeah, no, there's 2 4x4s, fucking 2 HPS. There's a fucking can filter over here that's about fucking $600. Fucking 4 foot tall can filter. I need to take that over to Flybys.
Was it you that was telling me the magical properties of A1 steak sauce?
Oh yeah, I love A1 steak sauce.
Oh, nubby. You haven't lived. You need to try.
You told me about it.
I will. I'm going
What's
to
it
get
called?
you some HP fruity. I'm going to get some to you by hook or
See,
by crook.
I think have you tried the A1 thick and hearty? Because I think that's what you're talking about,
We've
basically.
had this conversation. Yeah, but the A1 is so. It's got no depth, no real guts about it. The HP is like it's hard to compare.
I'll try it. Shit, I love steak. Try it.
Yeah,
Do you ever
send
have
the steak with it.
You ever have that
Yes.
A1 steak sauce on a fried egg? On
Send me that
fried
Wagyu
egg?
bud.
Do you put it on fried eggs, Nugget?
No, absolutely not.
Have you ever tried it though? But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
I eat it on potatoes and steaks. That's it.
Here's the thing, right? So once I discovered that
I got
A1
you,
steak
ADHD.
sauce, A1 steak sauce is HP fruity in disguise. Once I realised that, I was amazed how well it went with steak. I'd never, ever, ever have thought of putting HP fruity with a steak. Like, it just doesn't go with that. But it does. And you'll probably discover that if you try it on a little old fried egg on a piece of buttered toast. It might be an eye-opener to you, my friend. Well, you might have had it with steak and eggs. I don't know.
How the hell does Wobbly have a wrench and I don't have a wrench?
Yeah, I don't got a wrench either.
That's,
yeah,
ain't it?
I'm taking all the wrenches again. I gave it to him the other day when it was been wild when people were.
No, I was joking, dude. I don't care.
Oh no, I got
Really joking. I was making a joke as in because everybody was bitching about my wrenches yesterday.
He was making a joke and it went the wrong way.
Yeah, it did.
Please don't.
I think I'm just gonna block mobs altogether. Fuck it.
ADHD, what up, buddy?
Cheers. How are you, brother? You make it where you're going?
Much better. Is that a bud cat?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? I was looking at that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You can't see his ears, but they're big, pointy fucking colas.
Nice. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta make a phone call real quick.
Yeah. What's good, guys?
Not much. Just chilling, smoking. Monday morning, I appreciate everybody being here. I was kind of shocked to see.
Well, what would be the worst terp or flavor? Like a steak is a bit like, I don't know about that. But what's really not?
If I could get one that tastes like Wagyu, and then I could get some spray terps and I could spray on it that tastes a little like A1 sauce. I mean, you never know.
Oh, with horse, you could do a wagyu in the joint and then do a horseradish hash hole.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But no,
I mean, I've had some.
It's like just eat a fucking steak, why don't you? Jesus.
Yeah, just eat the steak.
I've had some green that just. If you've ever had a baby and you've smelt baby poo, that is exactly what it smelt like. Which is not a desirable trait, really, is it? In the aroma department, but it was nice. You know, it was weird because it didn't.
I smell that. I instantly think child support. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Well, those terms.
I'm just wondering, was it an American baby or an Indian baby?
Oh yes, that's the thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's gonna change. That's gonna change the flavor a little.
Well, I'm just like, okay, I'm no longer hungry.
Well, like cat piss. Cat piss isn't desirable, is it? I've never had that strain or smelt it, but
I have like 4 different cat piss cross strains. I just haven't run any of the seeds.
This doesn't jump out. The name doesn't jump out to me.
Right.
Okay. You need cheetah piss. Cheetah piss will jump out at you.
See, that sounds like it could have some sort of Cheetos leaning smells. Just raw cat piss. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that was horrible. That right up the fucking back. Yeah.
Pass. All the way around. Pass.
I'm leaning to be more of a fan of that single profile. I want it to taste of that, just that. I don't want the back end to be different. I don't want it to smell different than it tastes. I want it to say what it is on the tin. You know what I mean? Like that super buff cherries. I just want cherries off that.
I'm
I
still
would want,
fucking,
yeah.
I'm
Well,
still smoking
I don't
on
think you
that
get it.
Hindu pucker.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
shit.
Nice.
Shit. I can't monetize. Won't monetize this live.
Oh. Is it as easy as that? But you can go in and edit it after, can't you? I believe.
I mean, you probably could, but I'm not gonna do all that. I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with YouTube. I'm gonna follow all their rules, their platform.
Do you know what excites me most about you getting monetized, my dear chap? I mean, obviously it's you getting the support and that, but I feel that we're going to get a real breakdown of views, times, video, live monies, because I'm sure it'll break it down. I'm sure it'll say this video page is that much, that live page is that.
It does. It does.
So
Yep.
you breaking that down. I mean, I've watched some of these videos, but
And
they're
it's not a
very
lot.
grey. And
Like
no,
the
no,
one little,
not the money.
the little short, the first short I did of the lake, I think it's getting close to 2K views, but it's only paid out like 8 cents.
Yeah, well, I understand it's
So,
like 1 million views for $100
yeah,
or something
you got.
like that.
I mean, it really has to be. That's where the support really comes in from the stickers and the super chats and things like that.
Yeah, I mean that's
you really want
that's
membership. I mean, memberships.
that's
You
the
get to
key.
watch.
But it's also, Chop, for any of these budding grow channels that want to follow your footsteps, you will still be able to give them an idea of what their videos are going to earn them and all that.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
show
absolutely.
that basically it's probably fuck all. And actually, it comes through the support and other avenues that you
Absolutely.
take. But it just be interesting.
Yeah,
We'll have to find you something that's really what's the word, that will hit the algorithm and blow off. It's a tough game to play, but sometimes when, like, I'll do it, I'll see videos on Instagram and I just know that that's going to get a few thousand views, and upload it onto YouTube and boom. And that's with my tiny channel. So with yours, just about finding a couple of good algorithm ones.
Yeah, well, and I mean, then I could do the membership videos. That's where, if you want to see, like I moved the whiteboard videos and shit. That's where all the whiteboard videos. I got another one going to be coming out, whiteboard video, but that'll be on the membership.
Yeah, and I'm sure any of those, like every
and it's not that I'm
new
doing
grower
it,
needs.
I want people to see it. I have to do it that way in order, because I can't monetize it. You can't monetize weed videos. So you get to pick and choose what you know. And obviously, if it's weed one, I'm not gonna smoking. I'm not gonna monetize it. So the only way to make money off it is by the memberships.
I think the membership price is worth it just for the emotional support that everybody needs food from time to time.
Well, I'm gonna do like Nugget.
A little bit of guidance,
I'm gonna do like
something similar to conversations that we've had for when I plan on doing it. Some of that kind of treatment, that's worth its weight in gold. And I could honestly, from the bottom of my heart, tell you that for a fact. Oh, yeah.
Well, the membership thing, I just feel like people will take it a little more serious, right? Like, you just don't get everybody, like, I'd rather people that really want to, if you don't want to learn how to grow and shit, and you just want to hang out and smoke and shoot the shit, cool. I'm perfectly fine with that. But some people do want to learn.
It's the conversations that are valuable.
What's that?
It's the conversations with you one-on-one that's valuable. There needs to be access to that somehow, because that is what I'm talking about by worth its weight in gold. Because talking to you about things. It opens up thoughts in your head that you'd not even realized or took into consideration when you're trying to do something else. And you've unlocked many doors in our little conversations.
Why can't I see what that other square is?
It's just me.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't. It's not letting me click on it.
There it is. You took ADHD out, though. I don't know if you fell off.
I don't know
took
how I
off.
did. I don't know how. No, I don't know. I didn't even click on ADHD.
Okay, he must have hit the wrong button. He looked like he was doing something.
Yeah, see, I'm clicking on that square down there.
And you know, your channel being how it is, Chop, it's hard to create monetizable videos without, I don't know, having props or something, which would probably discriminate against you for that. You know, the stuff that you want to share, what your channel's about, they won't monetize for you. So how the fuck do you make a video?
Yeah, that's why the memberships is important, because you can't monetize weed shit like that. Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, cheers, Death Jen. I appreciate that. I'm trying to get you up, ADHD, but it's not letting me click on the square down there.
Take my other square off and see if it helps. The one that's muted. Just take it off, and then when I come back down, I'll tell you. See if that helps. I don't know. Would they do? Fucking switch it to 4 people?
No, I can see it, barely see it still down there, but yeah, I can only see the top 4. See,
you can't scroll down?
How do you? What the fuck?
That's weird. Are you on your computer?
Yeah.
That's really weird.
I mean, I can see the eyes of his cat.
You can't scroll down to get the whole square?
It's not letting me.
Go out and come back in. Like, close that tab down and come back in.
Oh, cheers, 10. Nice one. We've got a notification there. Gifted membership. Community love.
No, it's not. What the fuck? It should let me scroll. Wait, what? Can I do this? Will it change it?
That's really weird.
Hold on. Oh, it did let me scroll down just a little bit.
Just enough.
Why can't I click?
I don't know why you can't scroll down. Is it just a black box? Does it say his mic and shit connected?
There it is.
There he is.
It was barely. I'm gonna screenshot this because this is fucking weird. Why won't it let me? Because all it's giving me is the mic spot and then the 3 dots. And I just kept clicking until it.
Crazy. Crazy. Wow.
Yeah, I'm shocked how purple this stuff is. Like, it's not even, it's fucking, I can't really tell, but
yeah. That nice little setup.
Purple.
I know about purple.
Oh, let's go.
Is it this?
I got in that motherfucker last night.
Hot tub?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, where are you at? Kentucky?
Mama's. Yeah, Kentucky.
Nice. Yeah.
Paradise.
Right on. Right on. That's a good place to be.
Yes, it is. I got to get used to stupid people again, though. Like, well,
I
I'm
mean,
used
they
to
have
stupid
stupid
people,
people in
just not a
Colorado.
lot of stupid people. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I mean. It's not as many people though. Now I gotta get used to a lot of stupid people again.
Yeah, but you're on YouTube, aren't you? Immune to them.
Yeah, it's a little
now.
different in person.
Oh, when
Do
you
you
can
still-
reach out and throttle them.
YouTube, there's a button that says bye.
Bye. Yeah.
You know what I
It's a
mean?
buffer.
Yeah, that's facts.
Do you
Well,
need
do you
this
feel
other?
you
The
can-
only button that says bye on it, like in person, is a fucking fist to the dome.
Do you feel you can breathe easier there? Like,
Oh
as
yeah,
in
for sure.
the altitude.
Well, the humidity fucking is horrible, but
I think it's only
Do you need
about
this other
92%
screen?
humidity here right now.
Nugget, do you need this other screen? You want that one?
What's
muted one?
going on in Texas then? That's
not
bad
yet. When
news,
I go
isn't
back
it?
downstairs, I will. I'm outside right now.
Yeah.
Put it back. Yeah.
We catch him outside.
All right.
How
Now I
about
can
that?
start rolling. I was just trying to roll.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't realize you would have flash floods over there like Texas.
Oh,
I thought
man.
that was red hot, dry all the time.
You see Springfield? Springfield got
What's going
way.
What's
I've not
going on in
watched any of the
Texas? I
videos.
heard.
It's fucking sad. It depresses me. So
Ooh,
I've not
Texas.
seen footage.
What's going on in Texas?
Flash flooding. So they got flash flooding the other night.
Slanging and
In the
banging, baby,
nighttime.
every day.
It rose 30 feet in just a few hours. And it just flooded people out, carried people out of their houses, took houses down the river. Like, yeah, there's like 83 people confirmed dead, and they're still looking for people.
Yeah, there's hundreds missing.
Where it is anywhere near where Midnight is going on vacation or whatever.
Where's
I
she
wonder.
going?
Where's all that water come
like
from?
deep South
Like,
Texas.
that might sound stupid. It might sound stupid, but where's all that water come from? Has it just pissed it down up in the mountains and then just
from rain, snow melt, fucking who knows? It's just water, man.
It
Water.
was rain. They had like 5 inches.
I imagine Texas like the wild, like the cowboy films. I imagine it just to be like desert.
Yeah,
I do like what Chop Easy's doing though. You see,
No,
Chop
there's just
Easy's
not a lot of.
Yeah, that's who I heard it from. But what is he doing?
He's doing the next 3 days for his streams. Any super chats, super stickers, or anything like that. He's donating all the money to the family. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And he gets a little bit of money, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I don't know about that, Lorax. I can't think, mind you, I can't think how you get in the situation anyway, but I can't think of a reason why Chiba would extinguish his room on purpose.
I don't know how that would happen. One of the kids, maybe?
So
what happened?
You know, I was growing in perlite, so he took the pin out of a fire extinguisher and forgot about it. Okay, and then because the plant was so top heavy, it just the plant set it off. It fell over.
Bullshit.
You couldn't make that.
Get the fuck out of here! You pull the lever up,
I can
not
believe
down.
it. Listen. Don't
The
forget
only
that it's growing in perlite, just perlite. So then
it doesn't matter.
The
fire
extinguishers
don't work that way.
Down.
They don't work. They have a 10 pound. I think it's 10 pounds, 8 or 10 pound pressure and lever,
yes,
and you have
on the underneath of the handle.
Yes, and the underneath, and you have to pull it
underneath.
Yeah, and you have to keep it held. Yeah, I mean that's true. But also, if why is the pin out of it in the first place? That already sounds fucked up. But if that did just fall over, maybe it just I don't know.
The only way it could happen is if the plant fell over, it landed on its fucking handle, pushed it in and
Hold it
stayed there.
Landed on his dick. I don't think so.
Yeah, not
So,
happening.
Lorax,
Yeah.
you may have produced some new evidence into the courtroom. Maybe it was done intentionally.
I think maybe one of the kids were fucking with it and they probably set it off.
Yeah.
I think
that's more like.
I think he was trying to. He didn't have any. He had no cones, so he's fucking trying to make it look like
Lorax
he had
has got
cones.
it. It was plant.
He
It
tried to
was
give him
plant
spray
suicide. Plant suicide.
Spray
They did it to
cones.
themselves.
Give it
The
spray
plant was
cones.
like, "Fuck this! I'm going for it, guys. Push me, lean onto me." And he dived down there and grabbed hold of that extinguisher and squeezed as hard as he could.
I mean, listen, if they would go off easy, it wouldn't be a problem. I've seen bunches of dummies that couldn't use a fucking fire extinguisher because they didn't figure it out. So, ain't no way a fucking plant flipping over knocked into a fire extinguisher and made it go off.
Dude, it would have to be like some Final Destination shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it would have to be
hit the broom, smack the fucking chair,
lodge between the thing and
into the wall,
and the plant fell over, hit the broom fell down, hit the fucking lever, something else fell after that and landed on the lever and held it. Like, dude, come on, stop
it. Get out of here. That didn't happen.
It could be anything. It could be a great cover up. So he could be hiding herms, or it could be he was in there having to go in there to water every 2 hours because it was all in perlite. He got psychosis. He'd been awake for 6 weeks and he was spraying imaginary bugs. It could be any number of reasons.
With a fire extinguisher?
Yeah, well, he thought he was using Dr. Zymes or something, didn't he? He's not slept for 6 weeks, the poor man.
Poor thing.
One of the kids probably set it off.
Yeah, I think somebody was fucking playing around in there.
I think his plants were fucking dying already, and he just fucking sprayed them down with it, and you're like, oh, I accidentally did this.
Well, then you don't have to give no more updates, so everyone can't go, I told you so. But I can't see him doing that, though.
I found it too, and I'm like, what the hell is this? It's got to be Kelly's.
I can't see him doing that, though, Nugget.
Huh?
I can't see him doing it to hide the cover, to cover anything up.
Huh? Why? I mean, throw it away. I don't care. I was just saying.
What the fuck do I want it for?
Yeah.
Throw it away.
Well, I told you it was a shirt, and it's a decent shirt.
Well, Lorax, he got no choice.
She's like,
it was growing 5 foot tall plants in just perlite. They must have wanted watering at least twice a day. Probably more. Peak flower, blimey, it does double, doesn't it? So how can you get a good night's sleep? Worrying about your plants drying up.
I mean, I don't guess you can.
Look, just come on and say,
my thing is he gonna? Because I heard somebody say that he should bud wash that shit.
Yeah, but which type of powder is it? Because there's loads of different types.
It doesn't matter, dude. It's fire retardant. It's fire retardant. No. A fire extinguisher is fire retardant, dude. It has a fire blocker on it.
Yeah, well, I saw someone tell him to just wash it off. So
yeah, my point exactly.
Obviously, you can do that.
No, you can't. You shouldn't. I mean, I guess you could. You can do whatever you want, but
yeah, you can do whatever you want, but that's just poison.
Hey, smoked worse. I can remember back in the day. You know,
dude, we're not back in the day. Stop that.
You know, sandblasting glass, that dead fine glass powder. They used to put that all over the buds to make them look frosty back in the day.
I don't know if
so when you used to chuck your joint, when you took your joint out in a puddle or something, it used to crackle like molten glass being put out. Good times.
Nice.
You know,
Again,
and
everybody always goes back to the back in the day. It's like, dog, it's 2025.
Yeah, who cares?
It's not
We used to
fucking
smoke
2001.
look, we're still here, aren't we? It didn't do us any harm just because cancer's been on the rise massively for the last 30, 40 years. Why are we
Look,
putting it down to that?
when
You
you were a
don't you
little
don't
baby,
refer
you
you
used
don't
to,
refer to the time frames as BC, before COVID.
Yeah.
like back in the day, you used to shit your pants too. Why don't you still do that?
I mean,
Right.
Who's saying I don't?
yeah, why would you?
You're assuming. You're assuming again.
I knew you was gonna say something like that. He's like, there you go, fucking assuming, making an ass out of yourself.
Oh, excuse
You and
me.
me.
Retardant. Yeah, he did. Ugh, that's crazy.
What, that he grew weed to smoke and then he sprayed something on it to put it out so he can't even light it?
Is that what it was? Was it just the straight fire? So he had to fucking hit it with the
Yeah, he
extinguisher?
grew so much he had to extinguish the whole damn room.
Listen, Dad's tit. That's not the first. I found some wacky shit in brick weed before too. You got fucking half a
Dude,
lizard in it.
I found a lizard, dude. A fucking lizard.
Yeah, a lizard, fucking tortilla. I found a
I
guy.
found rocks.
Listen,
I found marbles.
Yeah, I've had
rocks.
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 I've had rocks,
all
I've had
kinds of shit in
mold.
there. Oh, it's fucking crazy.
One time I got a 50-pound bag. It's a bale. Yeah, not a pressed, not pressed weed, but baled weed. And each, like every fucking, I don't know, like you could tell how the pounds were pressed together, like baled together. You could see the lines almost. You know what I mean? Each pound had a
With a
fucking
layer.
rock in it, a layer, and it had a rock between it. Each layer, like, dude, it was crazy. I had to fucking call my dude, like, and video what I was doing and shit. I said, "What the fuck is this, bro?" And he didn't know. You know what I mean? So he had to go check all his, and every one of them had it.
Oh yeah, get the fuck out of here with your rocks.
Yep.
We send weed, not rocks, to America. No, not the
There
other
were
way.
there was probably it was a 50-pound bale, and it probably had
Pounds, not
20
pounds.
rocks.
20 pounds of rocks.
Nah, fuck all that.
Did you used to get
I'd say a good 10 pounds anyway, at minimum.
That's crazy.
Huh? Is he?
Did you used to get squidgy black, red seal, gold seal, golf ball, any of that?
We used to get just the shit from the can. Came in like a tuna can. You had to fucking drop a little drop of water on it, throw it in the microwave, get it to swell up. Yeah.
So didn't you get much hash?
No.
Oh, that was all there was here. Everybody just used to have hash. Then it was commercial brickweed. Then it was skunk. We used to get all sorts of different squidgy black stuff that you could roll into rat tails.
I like that
pollen.
name. Squidgy black.
Oh, squidgy black was lush, and we had one called mud as well, and that was fire. It's pretty much like.
Did you have the crud?
The crud, no.
I was getting close. The mud. Squidgy black. The crud. See that? Oh, shit.
I love hash. I do. Because I smoke cigarettes, I'm quite happy to have put a load of hash in with cigarette tobacco. Love that shit.
I like hash. I just don't like making it.
So one time, allegedly, you know them temple balls that you see people make out of pollen?
Yeah.
With the hot bottle and all that shit. Well, if you've got the like the heat mat and purge chamber kind of thing that you do shattering, so a load of bubble hash, dried out, and then put in that chamber and heat it up, and you just keep folding it in half and folding it in half. you do that for a couple of days, you just end up with temple ball. Very easy. And you know when you get bubble ash and you dry it out and it loses all its colour and it's neither dark nor light and it just it looks so much appealing in a nice round shiny ball.
Yeah, it looks way better in a fucking like a chocolate.
Yeah, it turned it into premium because in my opinion, when you just straight wash bubble ash and you don't have the fucking proper dry thing, and you're just doing it like you just end up with crumbly nubbins of brown fucking stuff that you're just gonna really want to press to get some real fire out. Unless, you know, not talking about a light wash, just separating all your things. When you're just tucking it all in and doing a big wash, I'd much rather have that temple wall than a load of crumbly bits of bubble.
There's my temple ball.
Yeah, I love them, look.
Looks like a chocolate ball.
That's just like the hash that we used to get here back in the day. That's the squidgy black that you can put into worms and that. And
yes, sir.
That's why I like doing that with the tobacco thing, because you know how you guys go on about that strain and that's the flavour that you used to get from that. Well, when I smoke that hash like that, that takes me back to my childhood. I like that.
I love hash. I love hot knife and hash.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to try that panatella, whatever it is. You know that you see on that. I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah. Where they vacuum seal the fucking hash and live rosin inside of fucking.
Yeah, I mean, it does sound very easy though, doesn't it? He didn't have any. He didn't have any freeze dry or out, did it?
No. Well, I mean, they did to make the hash. I think no, they didn't. They used water. Yeah.
No, it was just like straight bubble ash, dried. But I think it was like. I think they sealed it up before it really lost its colour, got most of its moisture out. But anyway, I can't remember the technique, but I remember watching the video and think, hang on, that sounds very easy. I might give that a try. So he's got no technology that the normal man had, from my recollection.
Yep. No, you're right. I believe you're right.
Cheers, everybody in chat on this Monday morning.
Like that, have you seen them make them THC crystals where they just put it in a jar with a little hole in and they just sit it in a little warm area? And all the crystals form and separate from the terps and that.
Oh, making like diamonds?
Yeah, but just out of BHO or rosin.
Yeah, I've seen them do that.
The right temperature in a jar at the right temperature, left for a week.
Yeah, put it on a coffee cup warmer. And you could do that.
Yeah, on your seed mat, on your germination mat.
Yeah, you can do it on a seed mat too. If you're not using it to grow.
But then I remembered I can't be asked cleaning my dab rig and all that anyway. I don't dab like that. So what's the point? So I didn't bother. I'm not bothered with any concentrates for a long time.
Well, you should.
I know.
They're phenomenal.
I hate cleaning though. That's the thing. That's what I found. It's like I was cleaning my rig every day, every week, or whatever. It's like,
you got to.
Then I stopped cleaning and just started buying new ones. And then I was like, fucking hell, now I've got all these dirty bongs. What do I do? So
I got that same thing going on.
Scrap that. I'll just roll a joint. Because when I've rolled a joint and I'm finished, I can just throw it away. I don't have to clean the fucking thing.
I go, cool. I got another bong from ADHD. I'll just set this one aside.
Yeah. So many.
100% hemp.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a nice one. Look at that. You rolled that good, buddy. It ain't even got a bend in it. Did you mold it?
Shit.
Shit.
You know how I do it. You know how I do it.
Motherfucker looks tight. Man.
Are you smoking your own stuff, not dispo vapes, Scott? You really do grow the herb.
Yeah. 100%.
You must be getting more than 2 grams of plant
THC.
to be able to do that.
THCA hemp flower.
Yeah. Pre-combustion.
I mean, blimey, that's some expensive crud. You know, if you're popping some legit genetics, which are usually going to set you back, what, $10 easy, a seed? So you're paying $10 for that 2 gram before you factor anything else in. That must be the best. The best.
Not if you're the best breeder in the world and they're all your seeds.
Yeah, but if I do that, Chop, I'm just worried I'm going to get a herm in the grow and then everything's pollinated, you know?
I just say
that will happen. That will happen.
Say, you know, there's somebody that is good at everything, right? So if I'm not good at something or I don't want to do something, I'm going to try to go to the best person I can to get that, right?
Normally.
So, I mean,
right.
Get what you pay for. I mean,
yeah. That's true. That's true.
I mean, I'm lucky that I've gotten the strains that I have.
Yeah.
I'm running. Well, I got
true.
All the exotics
Feel
from
that.
you, other than Ben and Gary's.
Right.
And I got four strains going to that.
Yeah, I'm the same way, dog. Like I get fire genetics from people, and it's a blessing. Yeah, it's a blessing. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It is for sure. I mean, but look, the exotics grow nice. Like grow more stress, less stuff grows nice too. I'm looking at this rotten roadkill. Is it rotten roadkill skunk? Is that what it is?
That's the one I gave you, rotten roadkill.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm about to cut some clones off of it.
Dude, it's fire.
And I mean, I'm very interested that it smells right now. You know, it's a veg plant and it stinks. I'm ready to put it into flower. You know, I want to clone it and get some cuts and see what's up.
That's the thing with them exotics. They really do smell hard in veg.
Well, that one's copycat.
Yeah.
Right, roadkill.
Like, you know, when you'll go in and you might pinch a top or bend a few over or whatever. Then when you come out and you smell your hands, it's completely next level to anything from European, let's say.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I do. I get that. I come across some crazy smells in the garden sometimes, man. You know, I've run through a lot of different strains, and I wind up smoking or smelling or whatever, all of them. I mean, and they're crazy, bro. Like there's some real fucking hitters out there, and then there's some that is just weed, bro. You know, like ain't nothing wrong with just growing weed. Yeah, but
yeah.
But the ones they hit.
Some of them look so good, you're getting so excited, and then you taste it, and you're like, oh, this isn't one.
Yeah. You know, I found out that the ones that I don't like that I think are just weed are fucking fire to everybody else. So you know, like
yeah, you're right.
You know,
yeah,
you're
the
right.
ones everybody else wants are the ones you don't want yourself.
Yeah. But everybody else loves it. They're like, fuck, it's great, man. Like a fucking I was walking around, I had a nug stuck to my fucking pocket for about 2 hours. I didn't even know. Motherfuckers were staring at me in the store. So sticky.
It's funny.
I've got to jump off. I'll be back in a bit, lads. See you in a bit. Cheers, lads.
Later.
All right. It was so funny last night. The wife walks in the living room to get some weed, and she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, what? She's like, what is this? And she stepped on something. She's like, whoa. Like, she looks down and it's a fucking bud on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm like, the fuck, the bud's making you wobble. She's like, yeah, it was like hard. It was like, fucking, what the fuck?
Motherfucker almost broke my ankle. Almost broke my ankle stepping on a nub. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be fucking nice. I mean, it smells amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait.
To me, it tastes like Mountain Thunder from Walmart.
Oh yeah,
Walmart Mountain Dew.
Yeah, they all last night got the final bit of IPM. Yeah. I started them off with the light shit, so I gave them like the what do you call it?
Well, you had the stack in there too, right?
No, not now. I will in the next one. I started off with the safer soap or whatever, what's it called? I don't know. It's just soap. It's like Castile soap. All right. And I spray them down with that. The first, the initial one. I give them with that and I hit them with that soap. And then the second run around, I gave them the IPM. And then for the final drench, I gave them last night. I hit them with the Azimax. And I mean, like nothing lives after that.
I'm going to try to fucking throw them in the fridge. I got to take some cuts from outside. And I'm going to take them and throw them in baggies and throw them in the fridge.
In a what? In the fridge?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, I don't need them right away, but I need to take them soon because I need to.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah.
And then I figured, fuck, if you do that, the little fucking fridge tech, if there is any bugs in them, fuck them. They ain't going to live through that.
All right. Yeah, not bad.
I guess Happy's done that. Had fucking clones cuts in the fridge for a month and still fucking pull them out and root them.
Oh, phenomenal!
And I was like, shit.
See, I've never tried that.
I guess Tone G was doing that at that grow facility. When he take cuts before they would, through plugging them all, he would put them in the fridge. They would store them in the fridge. I was like, what the fuck?
In plugs or just in water?
No, just wrap the stem with wet paper towel, put it in a baggie, zip it up, put it in the fridge.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Nuggy did that too with his. And he just took them up. That's how he transported his. And then he took them over to Flybys last night. They're going to root them out.
He went to Flybys last night?
Yeah. He only lives like 45 minutes away.
I didn't think Flyby was in Kentucky.
Yeah, he's in Ohio.
Yeah. Well, isn't Nuggy in Kentucky?
I guess it's only 45 or 46 minutes away.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, I'd be over there all the time.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? That's nice.
I don't know why they don't do a weekly podcast.
I mean, at that close,
set up a little area and shit. Yeah. 3 dudes podcast or something. Okay.
Yeah. That wouldn't be bad. But fuck, that's dope that he's that Nuggy. I can't believe you're that close to fucking Flyby now. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Oh, I moved closer to Flybys too.
Everybody, we're all moving to Nuggy's mom's.
That's right.
So we can be by Flyby.
We're gonna live on Nuggy Hill, and we're gonna fucking Flybys
Mom,
twice.
You better start taking some of them shelves out of the basement. We're gonna need room.
That's right. We need more Hot Pockets, Mom. More Hot Pockets.
She probably got them. You can just get me some pizza bites.
No, YouTube don't hate you. 90 is pretty good, bro. I mean, for fishing, were you fishing?
Yeah, but now what you gotta do, mate, is go into that live and clip out some good parts of it. You know, like if you caught a fish or something like that, clip that out and then turn that into a short.
Yeah, shorts.
You'll get people to watch the short. You get a lot of people to watch the shorts, and then a lot of people will go ahead and click on the thing to watch the rest of it too.
It makes sense. It's like AA. It works if you work it.
Oh God, I couldn't live next to you, Mikey. God damn, I got a lot of plans right now. Now, if we all live close to each other, realistically, like ADHD and I have already talked about, like we would just rent a building. We would.
Oh, dude, like this is the whole problem. Is I think, Mikey, I agree with you, but like, dog, at some point, like, who's gonna have fucking good weed besides us? Like, if it come down to hunting all the best genetics, you know, and you're super picky. Like, it's I mean, damn, dog.
Like, yeah, go to those guys. They got all the fucking exotic genetics growing. They got copycats. They got fucking, you know, they got
more stress less. I mean, we have great strains, dog. But
maybe it's just because of the time it is. You know, if you go into your YouTube studio, I don't know if you've done that before, and you go to your audience and you can look and see where your audience is. Just for me, most of my audience is going to be on Thursday during the day to evening time for whatever reason. I don't know, but that's what they told me. But I mean, that doesn't really matter because I'm here Monday morning.
Yeah, it looks like Monday morning is shaping up to be pretty good.
Yeah, Monday morning is bad. Who's that?
It's me. No, it's not.
Oh, I gotta try to do this goofy shit with Dunk now.
Oh. There it is.
Oh, I got it.
What we've been learning.
Oh no.
We've been learning that too many of us good growers can't live too close to each other because like it would fucking ruin the whole market around us.
Oh no, you ain't leaving that. Toes. You ain't leaving that easy, Nugget. Get back up here.
Get your ass back in here.
He dropped off his other one, but I still have his other one backstage.
I'll pull his ass up. Get in here.
It's hit and miss, I think, Rio. I mean, you were getting two. Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, on the live, you were getting 2,000 views on the live in the morning? That's dope. That's good.
Yeah.
Listen, I see some numbers for some of these people when I scroll through their shit, and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. I watched the guy. Who the fuck was it? I don't know.
I know.
It was like Crazy Russian Hacker or something like that. He put out a video, and it had been out for like 10 minutes. Already had like 60,000 views. And I was like, in 10 minutes?
Right. I've seen those too. I wonder how that works.
In 10 minutes, dog? Come on.
Like everybody clicked on his video all at the same time.
Oh shit!
How they
it's all the people just scrolling through the shorts, isn't it? He's put there in the algorithm. Anybody that's flicking through the shorts can get him. They're not shadow banned like it. Hundreds of millions of people watching PooTubes.
Oh yeah. Mm.
It's really amazing how it is. Yeah, there is. And you think of all the different communities, right?
Well, like, it's really amazing how they manage to keep us down with so many views. To me, like there's so many adults watching that can watch of age cannabis related content, yet most channels will get diddly. And then some will get them all.
Well, what's weird to me is the ones that have they'll have 10, 12,000 subscribers, but then they'll get 150 views.
Oh, you mean like Leafy Dreams? You mean like Leafy Dreams? He jumped out the bushes with 3,000 or 4,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't afford to monetize, to buy views on them all, though. So some will be up there with 20,000, and then there'll be others there with 200. And it does make me wonder.
Don't ever buy stuff like that because it's not real. There's no value to that.
Oh, now hold on. I gotta tell you, listen, if you need to buy subscribers to be able to monetize, go ahead and do that. If you got to get 1,000 scrubs to monetize and start making content.
But the problem with that, though. If you go to all that
on your own, then you're not going to grow.
Yeah, I mean, you start putting the
expense. If you're going to buy all them subs, buy them views on the road to monetize, there's always a chance that YouTube's going to pull the rug from underneath you because you've faked your funk and you lose everything. You might not even have received your first payday. It's a big risk.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too.
I just do
you don't think that our insurance companies, they have the adjusters, don't they, that go around and check before they pay any insurances out that you're doing everything above board. I'm sure it pays for YouTube to employ or set something up that polices that, because if a guy can sit there and find 10 fake channels that they're due to pay out a few $100s to each, he's already earned his fucking month's wage. They must do it.
Sure. They do. Like when I post something, if I try to monetize it, sometimes it'll say may take up to 24 hours for more reviewing. So they're looking at shit. It's at least going through some kind of computer looking for words, different phrases or something.
Yeah, and they're very untrustworthy. I've been struck for videos that I've copied off other videos on YouTube. Things that have really hit the algorithm big, where I've seen loads of shorts with this one picture on and that, and then I'll get struck for using it. So they're very untrustworthy. Automated things. You can appeal it and they'll tell you to piss off. But then if you appeal it properly, they'll say, oh, it's okay, it doesn't matter. You're all right, actually. I don't even bother appealing them now. I'm sure it would be very easy for YouTube's just to put a complete end to buying or the whole skew-wiffery. I'm sure they could put an end to it, but is it in their best interest to do it? Maybe not. Maybe they just let it slide.
Oh yeah, they'll let anything slide if they can.
Well, it keeps people watching. If they actually governed YouTube properly, probably half the content would be gone.
Yeah. They'd have to do something. Their business model would decrease exponentially if they scanned everything for what's nice and what's proper. Cheers, Nancy. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, when you go across to Instagram, they put so much bad stuff on there in comparison. Sure. And they're both easily accessible. Guess one's designed to be more family friendly.
Well, I mean, either way, it works. as long as you don't look too close. Yeah. They'd like YouTube to be more family friendly than Instagram, but I don't know that that's necessarily true. Although, you know, all these trends on Instagram is a little crazy. So they're getting out there with the hiding nudity in plain sight shit, you know.
Yeah.
You know. I don't I don't care. You can have the nudity in plain sight or whatever, but yeah. Maybe not for my kids. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it used to be, well, it still is. It's in most of the newspapers here. We'd have the page 3 girl with a tits out, and we all had access to that because it was on the table in the lounge, you know.
Yeah, well, who knows? Yeah, you had to go get it though. It wasn't just thrusted in your eyes.
Yeah, it was yeah. It's a lot more, it's easily accessible, and there's crazy stuff now, isn't there?
Yeah.
That was weird. My power went out, and then I had to wait for my fucking modem to reset.
Internet to come back on. Yeah.
But the kids of these days, they'll never experience the joy of finding someone's disposed of porn collection, magazine collection, and that, you know what I mean?
Facts.
They won't be able to find it in the hedgerow. Someone's lobbed it out the truck window.
We used to play in the woods.
The catalog would show up.
We'd play in the woods and run across old houses, you know, that we used to find and go into them and shit. And find all kinds. I mean, we used to do so much shit when we were kids. The kids almost can't do nowadays. Like, you're too worried about them getting kidnapped or something. Like, fucking, it's crazy.
You had to find
it. Gone all day. Shit. Remember being out all day? Like, you didn't go home. Like,
what do you mean? I have to go home now? Fuck, the lights are on.
Yeah, fucking bullshit.
It's bullshit. You remember the kids that could run around at night and nobody cared?
Oh yeah, those are the bad kids. Those are the bad kids.
Those are the kids that raised all the parents, or those are the kids that turned into parents that raised all the kids that act like this now. Heathens you are. Just a little social order, you guys. Come on, it's not right. You was a night kid? Yeah, I was too. Yeah, dog. Like, wait till your parents go to bed and sneak out the window, run around town all night.
Ooh, but if you got caught, ooh,
yeah. Oh, I get you. You eventually get caught.
But sometimes it was worth it. Sometimes it's worth it. You know, like, fuck it, I'll take my legs. I had fun. Yeah. You knew every time though you're jumping up. You're like, yeah, this is a risk. I'm gonna get fucked up. Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, the chance of cool stuff happening to you in the daytime with people around everywhere is pretty slim. All right, but the chance of cool shit happening to you at night when nobody's around, pretty awesome, pretty high.
Where I grew up younger, there was zero chance of anything remotely cool happening 24/7.
Oh, dude,
I had to be careful because I was one of the kids. Because back when I grew up, it was like the era. Everybody had a stepdad, and they all were in Vietnam. So
yeah.
It was like, oh, you know, you gotta watch, you know.
Yeah. You had to be on.
Motherfucker catch you sneaking out and think you're leaving the POW camp or something. You gotta watch what the fuck you were doing. Like,
fucking Terry snapped on me, bro. I don't know what happened.
He just kept yelling, I can't leave the camp. I can't leave the camp.
We had still got there. It's been refurbished now. A massive, couple of 100-year-old barn, big farm thing, and it was used as a POW camp. And we used to go in there when we was kids, and down in the basement, it was all I mean, we didn't have lights back then, you know, like on our phones, though. So it's pitch black. We was there with lighters and candles. It had old German fucking writing on the walls. Crazy.
Oh, that's badass. That's badass.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All gone and been refurbished now.
The old barracks, too. We had Fort Warden. You could go in Fort Warden. Fuck, man, that place was... You could go underground and you could come up fucking way off in the woods somewhere. It was cool. It was fun.
Oh, yeah.
There was this big old, not manor house, but a big fucking house. And it was completely demolished inside to the point where the toilets had been kicked off. Or, you know, it was just an empty shell. But there was like, you couldn't see it. We only found it because we spent time in there. You could get into the attic, and in the attic, it was untouched. And it was full of wall to wall with books, like a library, with leather chairs and all that. So we'd found ourselves a new smoking area. We used to go up there in the leather chairs. They were fucking like what's it called? Like smoking jackets. There was clothes up there, smoking jackets and flares.
That was the club, man.
There was smoking jackets and flares up there in this like fucking wardrobe thing. And we used to go up there and dress in these smoking jackets, laying in these fucking leather chairs, smoke. And it's crazy because below us, it was a complete fucking skeleton of smashed to pieces. That was our secret place for a while. There's nothing like that now, though, for the kids. It's all barred off, windows boarded up, you know, steel windows.
Oh, the kids nowadays wouldn't do something like that. They ain't getting in there doing that. If you told them there was a Nintendo or something up there,
Skylar and Brennan aren't trying to get in there shit.
They might think about looking, but unless there's a fucking Game Boy or a fucking snack box, then they're probably not doing shit.
Well, my lot's not even heard, or they don't even know what scrumping is. My lot.
What the fuck's scrumping?
Scrumping was when harvest time comes and all the plums and the apples and all that are out on the trees. You'd be going garden hopping because you would know where the good trees were and who had the good tree for the nicest one. So you'd go out scrumping, basically picking all the fruit off the tree.
So when you were a kid, you were going out looking for the best trees to get the best fruit off of.
Oh yeah, well where we grew up, it was something we all knew. It would be like that, dude, because people would have orchards. Well, they still got them orchards where they'd have 20, 30, 40 trees in there. Absolutely. But there would always be one or two in there that would be bangers. You know, like the Finos, innit? It was a nice one. So they was the ones that we'd go for. And then it was like, now you've got to outsmart the owner. And you've got to find a way of getting in his orchard without him shooting you with a salt pellet.
I was going to say with the rock salt. Yeah. I remember the rock salt. Yeah. We used to go cow tipping, but that's a little different than raiding the produce trees. Yeah.
I used to take my 4x4 through the farmer's fucking cornfields and he'd shoot the shit out of my truck. A
lot of the people we used to go and get the apples off, they didn't even mind you going and getting them, like, because everybody had fruit trees back then. You go to the same areas now, none of the houses have got fruit trees in the front or back gardens. They've cleared all that shit out.
He said all the kids who used to run around my town at night are in prison.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's probably
some
about
got caught, some didn't.
Yeah. Some of them joined the military and made a fucking
career. That was pretty much, that was,
you know,
there's different branches of what happened to them.
Yeah.
I don't know. We used to be dickheads out too when we were kids.
The Grand Theft Apple.
But what about this? So on a Saturday, I'd only do this one because it was a good payout. It was called the Football Post. So you go to people's houses and deliver them a paper, but also you'd be knocking on the door and asking for 35 pence for the paper. And the lads do that when we was like 9, 10, 11.
I had a paper route. Yeah, I had a paper route.
But imagine that now. I mean, you know, late nights when it's pitch black, you allowing your kid now to go and knock on folks' doors. I wouldn't.
Tell them they owe you money for the newspaper.
Yeah, I was 35.
Right. Yeah. I remember doing that when I was a kid. I think I was like 11 or something, 12. Yeah. Had to do the fucking paper out every day.
Yeah, dog, I walked the paper out for years,
Yep.
and then
I walked the paper out.
And then I got a bike, and I did it on a bike for fucking probably not years. I got tired of this shit.
I would have been
I'm gone.
If I had more flat areas, I would have used a bike, but it was too tough. I'd start choking myself and shit because the paper bag. Trying to go uphill, ride a bike, the paper bag would slide back on your shoulders, fucking choke your ass out halfway up the hill.
Used to have
the first one I had. After a few weeks, I started getting a chocolate bar, a Fox's Classic chocolate bar. When I went in, I'd get my chocolate bar, load my son up, eat my chocolate bar, and go on my rounds. And at the end of the week, I would get nothing. Basically, that chocolate bar cost what they was paying me to do this fucking thing.
Is your name Quan? If it's Quan, hey buddy, it's nice to see you. We're just talking about like how things were when we were kids. Just different things that we did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I used to do the same thing. Not for the chocolate bar by any means, but it was yeah. I'd use that money so I could go out and do other shit. Go to the movie theater or take a girl out.
I was too young. I was too young.
Yeah, well, you know, you might say that, but I was slanging them.
I think I used to get like £1.40 a week. £1.40 a week, I think it was. Which now is a bag of crisps or a chocolate bar. Just one.
Yeah. I got paid.
I got hit with the newspaper. When they started bringing out the newspaper boxes, every day I'd go collect my newspapers, and then I would go and I would fucking get a whole rack out of the newspaper box because everybody always asks for extra papers. You got an extra? You got an extra paper?
You guys don't even, from what I'm led to believe, you guys just throw the paper onto the garden.
Oh, no.
In a little plastic bag, don't you?
No.
Well, what's the game paper boy about then? And I've seen, is it
That's
the
funny part about
it?
That's the funny part about that, dude.
So lies?
No, some of them, it was like this. Like, these people, they want you to put their newspaper around the back, in between the regular door and the back screen door.
Yeah. And if they tip good, I will. And if they don't, they can get it out of the box.
Yeah. Some people wanted it in certain places, or they had a paper box. Yeah.
You want it in the screen door, between the screen door and the regular door? Cool. I can do that. But
so they could just open the door and the newspaper fall in. So they don't have to walk out there to get them out. Whatever. I'll do that.
Yeah. I'll do that too. But yeah, and tip. God damn it. It's extra steps.
Yeah.
Doing
but no, if you get in trouble. If you threw their paper out there, they'd complain. You'd end up having to pay for the paper that day.
We had to put ours in the post box. Had to go in the post box, in the door, through the letterbox.
Huh.
Which would always be a 60-second walk up some fucking garden path.
You know what the worst day to do newspapers were?
Rainy days.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heavy papers on a Sunday.
Thick with all the ads and all the shit.
Yeah.
They always want to fall out. All the ads just want to slide out of the papers. Like,
yeah.
Oh.
Dude, did you guys have to put the ads in the papers? They would bring me the papers and the ads, and I had to put the ads in the papers.
Yep.
And motherfuckers would call and say, "Oh, I didn't get my fucking my food saver coupons this week." But bitch, what? I need 2 more. You just said more. So you got them. They'll stop trying to get me in
But
trouble.
again, that was when we were like fucking 11, 12 years old. You know, that was the first job I ever had. You know?
Yeah, we're talking 60, 70 years ago.
Close.
Is that back when? Oh, that we were just after the generation. At least we got shoes to walk to school with.
Yeah. They did let
we didn't used to have luxuries like shoes.
Tailors. But that was another thing, right? Nowadays, like all the kids, they make it available for all the kids to ride the bus. Like when I was a kid, if you lived within 7-8 blocks of the school, there was no school bus. You walked to school.
Yeah, it was 2 miles for us. If you were 2 miles away, your ass didn't get no bus ride.
You had to walk.
It was that cold. It was that cold in our ass that we all used to gather around the candle, and then when it was really cold, we'd light it.
Yeah.
My friend told me that joke. I thought that was quite funny.
That's how it really was.
None of that stuff nowadays. I wouldn't allow my kid to do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Just because nowadays it's weird.
Kids it's a lot different enough to do that shit anymore.
Well, the population's gone up. Just that has increased the percentage of weirdos, hasn't it? You know.
Yeah, you had to
if the population's gone up by 30%, so has the weirdo count.
Oh yeah.
I suppose. Sure. I mean, there were kids going missing back then. You know, I don't know. We have a lot more outlets nowadays to hear more of, it happening everywhere. Most of the time when I was a kid, I remember seeing stuff, the local news, but you didn't hear what happened in Seattle or Atlanta. Like it wasn't like all over like that. Sure, shit was going on.
A lot's changed over here. We haven't had any really good serial killers for decades here.
We used to get them all the time. We got good serial killers. They're so good you don't even know about them because they're scared to let you know about them. They'll panic the whole population.
We used to have some really good ones. We did.
You stop it right now. We got good ones right now. They're just so good they can't even come up with good names for them because yeah. The Golden State Killer. Come on.
Look, if somebody's extremely odd and they doing some questionable,
That's right.
They're so good. Thank God. Yeah.
The thing is,
you don't know about them yet.
We're such a small island. People just don't go missing, and if they do go missing, everybody knows about it straight away. So
it's a murder. He got murdered.
But then we did have a good one over here called Harold Shipman, who was euthanizing people without consent.
That's murder.
Yeah, he didn't get caught for decades.
I don't care how you say
hundreds of bodies.
Yeah. Yeah, he was euthanizing people without consent. No, that's murder.
Sounds like a serial killer.
He'd go and work at a doctor's surgery for about 5 years, kill a few hundred there, and then move to a different one, and then do a load there, and got to death. They called him.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then we had good old Fred. I went past his house. When it was all going down, I got a job down there. Fred West, he had people buried in his garden, in his walls, in his floors. Just never hear of that no more.
Well, because people got smart and bought hog farms.
They got boats.
Yeah, they got.
I suppose over there, there's a lot of people that can turn up missing and not really get highlighted.
Succulent Chinese restaurants,
Oh, there's stuff that happens.
A succulent Chinese dinner.
But I guess what I'm saying is some things are safer but it's still more dangerous.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, listen, it was always dangerous. We were just nobody gave a fuck. That's the difference. All right. It was a generation of nobody gives a fuck. Do whatever. We're busy.
Oh, that's not cool though. I mean,
oh, that's how it was.
No, I mean, Bud Green, he said, when we was a kid, we used to take male plants and put them in the assholes front yard and call the cops on them.
Hey, I mean, you know,
damn, that's brutal.
That's what happens when you act like a fucking pain in the ass and go interrupt kids on their bikes and, you know, totally carrying out on them.
They used to be dicks too. People used to be dicks. We used
Get
to
the fuck off the sidewalk. You know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Mister, but they'd hit you, and you know, like your dad had to go beat their ass later. Yeah.
Out in Farmerland, out in Farmerville, here, you hope the coppers, if you'd fucked up, you'd hope the coppers come in, because it would normally be all the yokels with pitchforks and that would be coming after you.
Yeah,
Small, like the smaller community, they used to anyway police themselves.
Yeah,
that's what this lady, she did that to me. Same age, I was like 12 years old. She got mad at me because I was riding my skateboard and fucking sicked her dogs on me. Fucking the dogs fucking bit me and shit. It was bullshit. My mom got mad when she left the bar later on. She went over to that lady's house and punched her in the face.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of shit that would happen. Not I'm calling the cops. Well, I'm calling the cops.
Fuck, yeah, they just come out and lick you.
Yeah, they just come like, listen.
You
go home and tell your dad. Your dad later and beat them.
And you knew if you were the one that fucked up and you got popped for it.
Yeah, you didn't tell nobody.
You didn't call the cops because you know you deserved it. You know.
Well, your dad would gear fucking hide. Your dad would gear and hiding. If you'd gone home and said, "Oh, so and so did this," you'd be like, "Well, why did you do that?" You'd tell them and go, "Clap."
Yeah, you don't tell.
And then when one of the neighbours or someone down in the village would come out and gear an arsehole in, when you go home, they'd always say, "I'm gonna go and out work with your mum and dad." You go home then and you would be fucking dread, you know, you'd be scared that they was gonna come up and see your mum and dad. I don't see that fear in the kids of these days. Because if a parent tells a kid off, the kids generally got the upper hand because they're going to try and trigger the adult into doing something stupid or saying something. You know what I mean? And they'll be filming the fucker as well.
Oh, no. See, like when I grew up, if you did something and you fucked up as a kid, the adult that was there would fucking whoop your ass. And then they're telling your parents, and your parents are whooping your ass for embarrassing them fucking in front of the neighbors.
Yeah, it was a no-win situation.
You got disciplined by another adult. You'd expect that kid's adult to go and give the other adult a fucking hiding, wouldn't you? Like, don't touch my kid, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But you didn't seem to get that.
And
if you deserved it, though, the parents were like, "Hey, you fucked up. That's what you get. You got your ass whooped." You know?
Yeah, they used to go, "Hey, I saw your kid walking up and down the road smoking a cigarette yesterday," and you know, my fucking old man would be hot pissed. You know, he was like, "You got people coming over to me and telling me they see you walking up and down the street smoking cigarettes. You're fucking 12 years old. What are you doing?" You know. He was like, and then he beat the shit out of me, and he goes, "If you're gonna do it in public and people can see it, I'm gonna show them that I gotta fucking keep your ass in line."
Well, yeah, I gotta do something to face.
So then it was all do it on the sneak, you know, like cup it in the hand. Don't let nobody see. What a fucking pain in the ass.
Whatever I do, can't get back to it.
Yeah. And the worst ones where they're like, "I'm driving to your house and telling your old man you're smoking cigarettes on the road." Again.
Now it's hey, I see your 12-year-old smoking a cigarette, you know, walking down the road, and they're like, "Hey, why don't you shut the fuck up and mind your own goddamn business? Worry about your own fucking shit."
Yeah, that's how they do you now. Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh shit!" Like,
I see where they get it from. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. It was like that. Sorry.
So much easier back then.
Never talk to you again. Like,
that's right. That's right. If I see your kid getting kidnapped, I'm gonna assume you wanted it. So
yeah, like, I'm not.
Oh, he always gets ethered on Thursdays. God damn, mind your business.
It's weird.
What's Noogie been doing now?
He's out there,
He was making phone calls,
doing some stuff.
Wow.
Securing the bag. He's securing the bag.
I'm not on about that. I'm on about in his YouTube life. He's pissed off Super Bob.
Nah, I ain't got Super Bob mad. Super Bob's never mad. You can't make Super Bob.
He is.
Why would Super Bowl?
No way.
I don't know. But
I'm calling shenanigans.
Nuggy's always causing problems.
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
on the phone.
Yeah, well, look, and this is the whole thing. Like, Bob Hall, you're 100% right. Cops used to get out and walk the streets. They're scared to get out of the car now. Yeah, because they listen, because they have made we as the society of people have made every problem that we have against other people the police's problem. And I don't personally do that, and I don't fuck around with people that call the police, but if there's a lot of motherfuckers calling the police about stupid shit, and you can just watch YouTube and see it, trying to get a motherfucker hemmed up, like, God damn, leave these poor people alone. Live your life.
Yeah, even when I've needed the police, I haven't called them.
Yeah.
Fuck them all over.
Hey, but but you're calling them to fucking settle disputes with your, mentally distraught individual or whatever. You're gonna get them stabbed. They don't know what they're walking into. I don't fucking particularly approve, but like they wind up, like nothing gets better when you call the police. I don't know why you thought calling the police would be the fix the problem.
Well, the last time I called the police was nearly 3 years ago, okay? Because my car got stolen and I needed a crime report to get my insurance money. And I still haven't got that crime support report.
Yeah.
I've just fucking let it go. I let it go after a year.
He's still waiting for him to show up.
Yeah.
No, they've shown up. They fucked me around, taking interviews and all that shit, taking fingerprints, all that bollocks, and then never done anything. I chased it up about 10 months after. They're still looking into the case.
Yeah.
I gave them everything they needed. The guy up the road in the petrol station, I went and got the camera footage to give him because he went up there and got petrol. He told me that he was the one that told me basically.
That's that poor car got rode fucking hard.
But it's me. I mean, how come it's never just turned up the number plate and nothing? It's fucking.
Oh, it's scratched.
They put it on a fucking ship and sent it to Australia.
You drove past part of your car like probably 4 or 5 times. Oh, there goes your fender. Oh, there goes your door. Oh, there goes the hood.
They buried it in the water. They drove it directly into the fucking water. Thanks.
I mean, it all worked out well because if it had have gone through and I had have claimed, by now I would have had to have paid. It would have cost me basically because my insurance would have gone way up. I'd have been getting me no claims back down. It was pointless claiming because the insurance company would have got it back over the next few years anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, but that's why you pay them is so you can get it today and then pay for it later. They're really not supposed to raise your rates for shit like that, but insurance companies are shady as fuck to begin with.
Mine would have gone up threefold.
Nah, see, you had it stolen, like you called somebody and was like, "Hey, could you come steal my car and inconvenience me and cost me a lot of money?" That seems It seems highly unlikely. Not that it hasn't
Well,
happened.
I do know some people that have pulled that maneuver.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's happened, but I mean, like, fuck. So somebody stole your car legitimately, and they're gonna raise your premiums. That's dumb. That's dumb.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is how big of a dickhead the insurance company is. They said the reason that they wanted the full police report because it was suspicious. I can't remember the phrase they used. Meanwhile, when it went down, I was in fucking Greece, like thousands of miles away.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't me. Fuck all to do with me. But they do that all the time, I imagine, the insurance companies, don't they?
Oh yeah, they'll
Officer
fight.
safety. I thought you were gonna say officer safety. Wait.
If they can push back a little bit, and you're like, oh shit, okay, then they don't have to pay out. Then
yeah, well, look what I did. I just went fuck it. So you do that to enough people.
You hear that a lot. Yeah.
You bought somebody a yacht somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sure, the $6,000 a year I pay to insurance doesn't seem like a whole lot, but you know, they probably got 20 million people doing it. So yeah.
Great job, Turtle. Great job. The insurance is a fucking scam anyway, isn't it? We all know that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, because they never
how
pay
much
out.
insurance you've paid and never got anything out of. You've paid insurance your whole adult life and probably never got a fucking penny back.
Well, think about say medical insurance for us. Like you have to go to the doctor. Say you're someone that has to go to the doctor, like not all the time, but you have to go to the doctor. And you got medical insurance. Most medical insurance, you have to pay out of pocket for the deductible. And until that full amount of that deductible is paid, your insurance doesn't pay for nothing. So whether that's $2,500, $5,000, whatever it is, until
they
that's
do
paid
that
off,
on cars. They do that on cars here.
They do that with cars here. We have deductibles.
Well, that's fucked up that they do it with health.
Say your windshield, fucking the hail breaks out your windshield.
Yeah.
You're better off just going and buying the windshield yourself than paying the deductible for the insurance company to pay.
Unless you got $1,000 windshield, and then and a $500 deductible, because then you file a claim.
I think my deductible is $1,000. It's like that would be pointless.
Yeah, so anything that happens that's less than $1,000 you're paying for. Yeah.
Yeah, you just pay for it.
Yeah, well, that insurance companies aren't geared up to help someone that's driving around in a couple of grand car. It's really geared up for the mega expensive cars, isn't it? Where, you know, it's a £3,000 fix and it's 500 deductible. If you've just got a grand car and it costs you 600 or 400 to fix or whatever, you're never going to bother the insurance company, are you? Well, you are if it's 6. Well, you're not even going to do it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
oh, and it works different with health.
I'm dealing with the insurance company right now. My wife wants a new car, so we're torn between. She's torn between the CR. Is it a CRV? No, it's the RAV4, the Toyota RAV4 and a Tundra. No, Tacoma. Fuck.
A
RAV4 and a Tacoma, and the difference in insurance is crazy. Can you believe they want more for a fucking pickup truck's insurance in this state than they do for a passenger SUV?
Just more people are driving trucks.
Yeah,
we have a lot of trucks.
Yeah. So the difference in the insurance rate between the RAV4 and the Tacoma is $76 a month for full coverage insurance. That's the price difference.
Do you know our state also was the #1 in most spot fireworks and stuff?
Oh yeah, for
in
sure.
the country. We like to blow shit up.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Yeah, that's the insurance is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like the way they, I mean,
But I mean, it's all a vehicle, bro. Like this is the whole thing. Yeah, wife's always wanted new cars, and mine is, and she wants. Oh, I need something that gets over the rocks a little better. Ugh. Like you don't ever go over the rocks. You know,
they're hard on shit though.
Yeah. So that's it. It's gonna be the RAV4 or a Tacoma. I'd prefer the Tacoma, but the fucking insurance is more, and that's ridiculous. I don't understand why.
Isn't the RAV4 a bit more feminine? I don't know what a Tacoma looks like.
Nah, it's a truck, four door small truck. It probably is more feminine, but that's probably why she likes it and I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not my car. Yeah, it's not my car, so it's not really an issue for me.
Oh man.
And if it's cheaper insurance, that's win-win.
Yeah, well. Yeah, but it's less useful. I have absolutely no reason to buy an SUV. You can use a truck for anything. You know? That's why I try.
Don't you have a truck yourself?
Yeah.
Mikey's wife's car. Yeah, that
nobody has them here, you know. Well, the guy across the way here, he's got one, but you never see the big trucks here, really.
Yeah, listen, and I'm the same way. Like we had, like all my life I drove Cadillacs. Until 2000, until like 2002, I think was the last. I didn't buy any Cadillacs past 2002. But yeah, like it does feel weird. The RAV4 is not a bad vehicle. She likes it, and it's all-wheel drive and some bullshit, and it's a hybrid, so it gets like 42 miles a gallon. Where the Tundra or where the Tacoma gets like 21 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, that's a big factor to consider as well.
Yeah. So I mean, it's more expensive all the way around, but again, it's more useful, I think, than a RAV4 would be. What are you gonna pull with a RAV4? Not very much. Yeah, I had an 02 DeVille was the last Cadillac I ever bought. Yeah.
Oh, if I lived over there, bro, I'd have one of them station wagons, like the Lampoons, with the wooden panels down the side. Oh,
shit, bro.
That and a Camaro.
See, I started with an 86 ragtop DeVille. The ragtop DeVille. I had that for probably 4 or 5 years, and I bought it used. I didn't buy it new. I bought it used, and then when I had a 93 DeVille, I had a 94 Eldorado, I had a 96 DeVille D'Elegance.
So over here, we used to use an alphabet system on the number plate, and that would tell you the age of the car. Now it's gone to numbers. Do you guys have that where the number plate will tell you how old the car is, what year it is?
Oh, no, fuck. It doesn't have anything to do with that here. Are you talking about the VIN plate or like the license plate?
The license plate, yeah.
Oh, yeah, fuck. You can get it to say whatever you want. It's just when you were there. I mean, maybe if you know the system, you could probably figure out that, but like literally they hold license plates forever. You can use the same plates year and year and year and year and year and year, just transfer them to more vehicles.
Oh yeah, you can do that here, but when you buy a new car, it will have its reg plate will have the year it was manufactured or.
Oh no, not here. No.
Because that's why, because all you guys, the reason I say that is because I'll hear you guys quote a car and then give it an age, say like an 87, or whereas here it will be a B reg or a C reg. So it's a 21 plate or 22 plate, but it used to be A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah. So yeah. And that's one of the first things I noticed too, Canada. When I got into the Toyota, like when you're used to how thick Cadillac glass is, you know, in the windows and just the feel of the door. Yeah. Like everything, you know, when the door closes, that fucking, you engineer that sound. And I guess they engineer that sound. A Cadillac sounds sturdy and the fucking glass is thick. You know what I mean? I think you could probably punch through the Toyota glass. Not that it's a bad thing or anything, but yeah, it's
I bet all them old cars over there now are worth tens of thousands. I bet all them old cars are worth over there. But you know, when we got to about 20 or 30, they practically went worthless. And then they slowed. Well, that's how it is here. You know, a car you could have brought 20 years ago for 100 quid, it's worth thousands now.
Yeah. You see, you can punch through a RAV4 door. Yeah, it feels like it, you know? Like they all just feel super, super tinny. Like, fuck, you wouldn't want to, you know, you can wreck a Cadillac and drive it, you know? And it still runs. I mean, I know. The motherfuckers are beasts. I think if you hit something in the RAV4, it's gonna be the end. You know, all the crumple zones are gonna crumple. It's gonna be fucked. I don't even know if Cadillacs had crumple zones in them. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was just built to ram through shit. Mm-hmm. No hunting glasses in a glove box. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah. Nancy, that's funny. Absolutely, the North Star system was fucking phenomenal. And pretty much anything in the 80s was all V8s and like fucking, I don't know what motor it was, 302, but something like that. Crazy. They got 4-bangers. Yeah, well, listen, they make a 4-cylinder Mustang and a 4-cylinder Camaro. Well, they used to make a 4-cylinder Camaro. Like, I don't know what the fuck that's even about, but okay. Whatever. I can't. But these trucks, like the RAV4 is a 4-cylinder, and so is the Tacoma. I think the fucking Tacoma is a 4-cylinder too. 2.5 liter 4-cylinder.
Well, if you don't need to pull nothing or haul nothing, you probably just go with the route.
I mean, it's cheaper. It's cheaper in every aspect. It's probably going to be the way we wind up going with it. Not because it's cheaper, but just like, you know, that's the one she likes. You know? Right. It's the one she likes. She doesn't really want to try. Oh, it's too tall for me to get into. That's the excuse. And I understand it. You know, I don't like jumping up into trucks. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
And
she's the one driving it all the time. Right?
Yeah, and that's you know, that's where it's at too. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's your car.
That's what I did. Yeah. That's why we ended up with the Equinox. I was like, well, whatever, you're driving it more than I am.
Yeah, go fuck what you want to drive. You're the one driving it, so you know you're the only driver. So you just go ahead and get whatever you want. And that's probably what it's gonna be. But yeah, the insurance people are crazy, dog. They'll fucking screw you out of money left and right for absolutely no reason. Oh, they ask you, oh, what's your social security? What the fuck you need that for? What's that gonna do? You know, like, just tell me how much it is to insure this fucking car, asshole. Don't worry about any of the rest of this shit.
Well, do they check your credit?
Yeah, well, listen, they'll tell you that they don't, or they'll tell you that it's credit based. You know, and you're like, that's fucking illegal, right? Like, you can't base my fucking insurance off my credit.
Why else would they need your social?
Yeah. That's exactly what I said. Oh, well, we base insurance off of credit. No, you don't. Like, dog, that's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. Just tell me what it costs to insure this fucking car. For you, no, that's not for you. What's the fucking price to insure this car for these parameters? Yeah. And they won't, they won't give you a quote. It's crazy. They have to know all your information. Listen, I'm not your customer yet. Yeah. You want me to be
right? I'm not giving you all that shit, so you're constantly calling me and emailing me, acting like we're buddies and shit. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it's a fucking, it's a thing.
Insurance. Oh, there goes Dunk.
Dunk's gone.
That's okay. I got to get up here soon. I got to do some water and shit.
Oh, yeah, the watering. Yeah, I did that before I get up there.
That's the thing about being on the computer, right? You can't just wander around. I can charge up my headset, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not on camera, you could, use your headset and walk around and do your shit. If it's got good reach. I don't know. I thought Nuggy was coming back up, but maybe he's not. And that's all right, too. Yeah, when you're ready to get out of here, I'll go, too. But, oh, yeah. Oh, there's up.
StreamYards.
You push the back button. I know what you did.
User error.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, a 3-bringer truck now. Get out of here. Listen, so have you seen this thing where they're bringing back the little mini truck? They look like, like, what do you call them? A micro truck? Have you seen the micro trucks where it's like 2 people in like a fucking 4-foot bed?
They're like Japanese things, aren't they?
Yes. Yes, it looks like that. It looks like,
Have you seen the Suzuki? Have you seen the little Suzuki van ones that people will mod into, and they'll sleep in the back, and they're wicked little things, eh?
Yeah.
Very practical, I'd imagine, but nice to look at.
The dumbest looking shit, and like if you owned one, you'd feel bad. Like it's like when you see one of those little mini fucking bobcats next to a real a humongous bobcat or backhoe. You ever see the tiny backhoe, and then you see like the big backhoe next to it?
Yeah.
The woman that owns a chip shop over here, she's got this Citroen one, and the doors, they're open dead weird, and it's not got any boot or any bonnet or anything. A trunk, sorry. It's not got a trunk or a bonnet. It's just like a round thing. It's only about literally 2 meters long.
Smart car.
But I've never seen one before. It's a Citroen thing. Looks ridiculous.
Yeah. We have them here. They call them smart cars. It's probably about the same thing. Yeah,
like
micro trucks are like $1,500 for a micro truck. Listen, they're not bad. They look pretty cool. They're like hella fucking useful. If and you can drive them on the road. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Come on, those things are dope.
They even come. They come with the little ice cream music and shit too.
Do they?
Oh, it's ice cream, man. Oh wait, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. But I mean, like, if you just needed a little fucking truck bed to fucking haul something small.
Oh, run around town. Yeah, you lived in town or something. And you
pick up a couple bags of soil. You could take the 2-cylinder micro truck, and it costs you nothing. Be like, hella easy. I think those things are fucking rad, dog. I can't wait for them to make a box body style, like a box Chevy. Make one look like a box Chevy. And I'll buy it. Smart cars are dumb, dog. Like, listen, I don't even know. Those things are just dumb. Yeah. It's like a go-kart with a fucking shell on it. That's
I
all
think
it
they
is.
have their uses. You know, if say you live right in a city, tough parking, or your missus wants something to knit the kids to school in, or something. I think they'll have the use. but I've only ever seen one of these cars that I'm talking about. Nobody else has fucking got it.
I can't say much. In my town, they drive around golf carts and shit.
I'm about
But yeah, fuck. It's fucking over 3 hours. I gotta get off here.
right on.
All right, see you in a bit, lads.
Everybody be well. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, chat. Thanks for stopping through. Thanks, Dad's 10. Cheers, home. Cheers, everybody.
Later, crop, everybody. Be well.
Peace.